Everybody, welcome to this week's Dungeons and Dragons adventure.
Hey.
Can I do? Can I please just do a quick roll call going around the circle here of who everyone is?
Hello, I am Ebchar. I am a tiefling bard. Little lesser known Morrissey support act and exterminator of free will.
Excellent.
Hello, I am Bryn. I'm a wood elf.
Her name's not Bryn.
It's Bryn.
Is it actually?
Yeah, her elf name, her child elf name is actually Bryn.
I'm Bryn.
I saw it on there. I was like, I can't not do it. We've got.
I'm Ula, I'm an Eladrin, and I'm a sage, and I cast spells with my vampires.
Also true.
Cool.
I'm Torek, and I am a very twisted.
He's a very angsty dwarf.
I'm a very twisted dwarf.
Yeah, I would say shut up, mum, if you were alive.
Wait, these
Guys,
are
all my family has been decimated by the Obscure forces.
Oh yeah, they have, haven't
So I tried to get revenge, and for that I just had to sign a pact with the mysterious and the dark forces.
And together you all are Ebchar and the Rockseekers. So, where we last left Ebchar and the Rockseekers, you were all defending the village of Six Lights on the request of Portia Hilltopple, and Betty's character of Tierra has just gone through a portal, distracting from the lizard men coming through, destroying it, but she has been lost in the process, and that is exactly where we pick off. And Torek.
I hate to interrupt, but I don't have a D20.
You motherfucker.
I mean,
I might have accidentally picked that up, to be fair. Is that because yours look really similar to Betty's? There you are. Has everyone got all their dice?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
What are
Right.
you supposed to have? This many.
6, I think.
Oh, I've got 7.
Is it 7?
7.
6 or 7. Anyway, right. So we're picking up the morning after Tierra Goldenbow has gone through the portal and been sort of lost to the Lizardfolk. So, no! What are you doing?
Come on, it's getting.
No!
Don't do it.
I'm so sorry. It's not that intense just yet. So we're picking up the morning after Tierra has gone through the portal, closed off the lizard men attack, and
Are we hooking and joking
the
about
5 of you are
discussing things?
in the meeting room of the Hall of Six Lights with Portia. So she comes in at the start of the meeting, winks everyone, slaps a few of you on the arse, and she slaps Torek on the arse. Ula looks on enviously and calls the meeting to order.
Order!
Order! Order!
Order!
She takes a hearty swig of brew. Cheers, by the way, everyone.
You drinking Coke?
Fentiman's Coke with some
Fentanyl.
scotch.
Are we the only ones actually drinking? I think we are.
Why
I've got whiskey.
Oh, you've got. Oh, right. Okay. I thought it was just Fentiman's. Right.
Last time I almost fell asleep. So
It was so funny. He was in the corner of the room, just like ice. Okay. Order. Order. She bangs a small halfling-sized gavel on the.
cast a spell.
If you like, what would you like to
I would
cast?
like to cast vicious mockery.
On who?
On Bite.
Mushroom.
Because I killed more animals than him last time.
What's the? Let me have a quick. Can you read us all what vicious mockery is?
Vicious mockery. Insult someone badly. They must be able to hear you, though they do not have to understand. The target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw to be effective.
Okay. What's the
Damage roll
number?
is 2d4s of psychic damage.
What's the number?
14.
14. So, Vike, could you roll a d20 for me? And if you roll higher than a 14, you're unaffected by this. But if lower, you are affected. Don't forget to add your spell modifier, which for you is... Let me find it for you. I believe yours is +5. Let me...
Risky,
Better get
Your spell attack modifier is +4.
Oh, +4. So I have basically.
So add +4 to whatever you
it's like
roll.
50%, yeah.
melts the dice.
20.
It's a nat 20.
Oh,
Okay.
Who's laughing now?
This is what. Okay, right. This is what happens. Torek sees Ebchar plotting something because he's been with him for long enough to know he's kind of tricksy at this point. And as Portier's going order, sees Ebchar look across. What insult do you say to Torek?
You shit. I killed more people than you yesterday.
You whisper across the
That
room.
is vicious.
You're shit.
That
And here,
really is.
my third high starts to shake.
And exactly that. Torek's third eye slowly glows like a luminescent purple, and a little, almost reflective barrier appears in front of him, and then all three of your eyes glow purple. The spell of Vicious Mockery bounces back at Ebchar, and Ebchar, I would like you to roll. What's the damage roll on it?
2 die falls.
Okay, could you roll 2 d4s for me, and then
Psychic damage.
2 d4s for me, please?
1.
Okay.
1.
You take 2. You take 2 psychic damage.
It was worth it.
Oh, it's
fine.
That was like
And
the
you,
worst
at this point, you're greatly confused because you hear, "You're shit and I killed more animals than you," getting whispered to yourself, and you have a minor existential crisis.
It's echoing around my brain.
It's an excellent start.
thing. Yeah.
Okay.
That's,
Duncan, oh Christ. Yeah.
Actually,
that's what I said.
Well, yeah, of course it was going to be. Anyways, I do apologise. Now, what are we doing about our decisions? Young Tierra valiantly sacrificed herself to try and rescue us.
I
think
say
it
we
was
do
wrong this
nothing,
week.
we go on with our lives.
Yeah.
It was.
I mean, don't you want to rescue your friend?
I want to rescue her.
It was her choice to go through the
She
chain.
took the risk
She did it
by
for you
herself.
all, though.
We don't know she's dead.
Yeah.
She-
That's very fair. She may not be dead. If what I think though is behind that portal is
She may be
behind the
dead.
portal though, I don't know. I
She may
think
be dead. What if she's dead?
the
Well,
sooner.
do you have any sort of indication she might have gone then?
He just said. She. He. I can't remember.
Did anyone else hear that?
No.
It was your phone, mate.
That wasn't my phone. No, there was a beeping
Oh
over
no,
there.
it was me.
Oh, that was you.
Yeah, it was my.
You bloody diabetic.
It was my insulin
You
pump.
said that you might know what's behind the portal.
Yes, I think I do.
What is behind the portal?
Well, I think if I was to make a good guess, I would imagine it's the swamp witch.
The swamp witch.
The swamp.
Yeah, oh my
Swamp
word. Been a
bitch.
plague in my family's side for many a generation. Especially hated my grandmother.
I thought you were
Nana!
saying my-
Nana! And you see over Portier's shoulder,
My
equally
grandson.
a halfling, half the size of Portier, which is to say she's probably about 3 foot tall,
A quarterling.
with a quarterling almost, with bright white hair. For an elder lady, she's actually relatively pretty. Whereas
How old are you
Portier's,
saying she is?
we're saying for a halfling, we're saying she's 95.
95.
Okay, she's in your bracket.
72-year age difference.
It's alright.
It could be worse.
I think
Halflings mature at the same rate as humans, but they live for slightly longer.
Fair play.
Ooh.
11th birthday and that.
Yeah.
11th birthday.
21st of the 21st. Of the 21st.
Hype,
Am I
hype,
right?
Anywho, he goes, that green witch, oh my god, she's just the worst.
Why?
She tried to steal my things and my man. Tried to steal my things and my man.
So she's the
She
one-
got neither,
Ooh.
let me tell you.
Well, I think
Would
we
you
need
like
to
us
see
to
if
go-
there's a bounty. You know,
You know,
someone must want her dead.
the
I
thing
mean,
is,
oh,
We don't work for free.
now you say
We
We're
it.
don't
outside the
work for
Rockseekers.
free.
we
You wanna
definitely
work for
don't
free?
work for free.
We have got. I'm gonna pass them my CV.
Could you roll quickly for
5
me?
kills.
Could you roll for me a d6?
1.
Fucking hell.
She takes your CV and goes, I'll file it under pending. And she puts it under her desk.
I'll talk to the manager.
I'll speak to the manager about this. I'll let them know you came in. Well, I wouldn't know about a bounty, but I would certainly be able to pay you in some other way for helping her out.
Yeah.
No!
Calm down.
No!
OJ.
I'm a taken woman. Stop! And then she winks at you, Ebchar. We have some of the finest smiths in the land. I'm sure they'll be able to help you with something.
Just play a bit of Morrissey.
Some armor, a new weapon, a metal loot. She looks at you with a quizzical eyebrow.
A hat, maybe?
A metal hat, should you desire.
Yeah, I want horns. Like a horn.
We
hat.
can pay in other ways.
We already have it.
I'd love her dead. And as a bonus, your brave, precious Tierra would be rescued.
Yeah, let's
Hey.
rescue her.
Yeah,
I
what?
want that.
Oh!
Very good.
Now,
I want to say that I fight in my life. That's the purpose of my life. To fight the evil forces. So I want to go and save her.
Maybe we should ask for a written contract.
But I want money.
we can montage this bit, I feel. So everyone agrees to rescue
Yeah, let's do it.
Tierra and try and kill the witch.
Begrudgingly, yes.
Okay.
The green
A
one.
contract is written out stating all the bits as per Ebchar's request. Payment in the form of smith work, be it armor, weapons, hats, whatever you'd like,
Loot.
or a loot.
A magical orb.
It could be a magical orb if you wanted. It could be an orb. It can be anything you want as long as the smith can make it, and they're very good smiths, so there's a solid chance they can make
They
it.
can make it.
This is all just hashed out. Everyone gives their reason for wanting to do it, and they go. Do you guys need to get anything from the town? There's plenty of things around Six Lights. There's a tavern. There's an apothecary. There's just general stops.
Is
There's
there a
weapons.
bookshop? I want to go to a bookshop.
There is not a bookshop actually.
Shops
No.
before we go?
Yeah, shops. Let's go to the pub.
Well, yeah. We've never been before this.
I don't
Let's
think
do
we've
it.
ever saved a day.
I think-
not sober. You know?
Yeah, we
That's
need
true.
shops.
I think because we are, we are reduced. The team is reduced today in number. We need to
The
get our bonds
team
strong
is
together.
not reduced yet.
We need liquid
But
confidence.
anyway, the thing is, we are getting into something quite dangerous. We need to bond. We need to put everything
Yeah,
together.
I think pub.
Zimby Zimby!
Everybody roll for me a d20. You're in the pub and the same halfling barman that who was it?
13.
13, 19.
You see?
What did you roll? 6.
18.
18, cool. Okay, that is what the number you've rolled is how many shots you managed to drink before you threw up.
19. Flaming Sambucas.
They're all flaming
Oh
sambucas,
shit, I ate sambuca.
What?
and you're all
If
feeling
it was
great.
tequila, it'd be-
So this is the night before you set out, and then the next morning at about 11 o'clock you wake up and get ready to set out. As you're leaving to go,
Yeah, can I smell?
Yeah,
That's
well,
good.
well, it's
Sorry.
you're
Oh,
all
yeah, let us smell it as well.
as you're all leaving to go, Portia, and let's call her Granny Portia as well.
Is she old?
Yeah, she's 94. She's 94. She's in your bracket.
Yeah.
Yeah. As I said earlier, Ula, halflings, they mature at the same rate as humans, but they live for longer. So think of just basically a 94-year-old. They come to see you off with a few of the other halflings. Eris, who's particularly upset that Tierra is gone, and Nenny, and everyone else. And then Portia says to you all, "Look, Shalom, first of all.
Shalom.
Shalom, an ancient halfling greeting. I know Persh has agreed to stay here to watch out for everyone while you're all gone as a line of defense. She's an excellent warrior. We're happy to have her. However, we feel you may need some help. We know you're all excellent soldiers,
That's true.
but
That's true.
I'd like to send out 2 of our own with you just to bolster your numbers. So if you need an extra hand, they're there."
Do you think we need an extra hand?
I'm not convinced, we've never had
You've,
an extra hand.
I will point out, you've fought with these 2 before, so the 2 she's proposing are Eris, who is the most familiar with the swamp area, and Nenny, who you saw
Oh,
decapitate
yeah. The
4
big
of the...
fat
Yeah,
one.
so you...
They-
Well, she's not fat, she can increase her size.
Yeah,
I think we
that's-
should go for it.
Therefore,
Do you-
she's
Does
fat.
any-
Do they want payment or?
No, they're Portia is the leader of the halflings, so she's ordered them to go with
And
you.
we're here to save their life anyway.
Have we
They
checked the
won't-
shops for a map, maybe?
And like.
So that's-
Yeah.
That's why I was going. So, yeah, that's what she sounds like,
Keep
boy.
it quiet.
That's why I was going. It says,
Well, I'm just worried that she could lead
Eris.
us astray,
I know the woods better than almost anyone. And
The woods.
the swamp, really.
We're not going to the woods.
We're not going to the woods, we're going to the swamp.
Wolves still owe us a
They do
favour.
owe us a favour.
I don't know about that.
Two-
but
two-
I know these
two-
swamps.
Two enemies.
I know these swamps better than anyone. And if they were to, things would get bad, I know where sort of roughly the layout is, and I know how to get back here. So I would want to at least be your guide to get to where we're going.
So
I'll
we can
allow
trust.
it.
The crew is
But we're not.
of course.
You've worked with us
I
before.
dunno.
Of course.
think?
We all fought together the other night.
Actually.
I am the map. The map's in my head.
I'm the map. I'm the map. I'm the map. I'm the map.
Ah,
I'm the map.
I'm familiar with that ballad.
Yeah.
The Balladora of the Explorers.
Get Dora.
I thought it was a myth.
A most famous guild. So do you accept?
I think we should.
To come?
And if they.
Sounds like we don't have a choice, to be fair.
Well,
I think we can just. If
Yeah,
she turns out to be unused.
Yeah, half the size.
I've got Zone of Truth, so we can make sure they're like not
Oh
lying.
yeah, good one.
Yeah.
What spell slot is Zone of Truth?
It's already been done, Void.
2.
Well, I've done it first.
How many spell slots of 2 do you have?
Any combination of these 3.
3. Okay, that's fine.
I didn't even breathe though.
1 of 3. You can cast Zone of Truth. So, Ula, tell us about Zone of Truth.
So I can create a magical zone that guards against deception in a 15-foot radius that lasts for 10 minutes. At the start of the target's turn, they must make a Cha saving throw, 13. And if they fail, they cannot speak a deliberate lie whilst in the radius.
That's fine.
That's useful.
That's all we need to
If
know.
the creature succeeds or fails a throw, subjects of the spell know that under the influence of the spell and can be evasive with their answer.
Mhm.
Okay.
So they know that the spell is happening. They can be evasive if they want. But so do you want to cast Zone of Truth on them?
Yeah.
Okay, so ask me.
They should have
They'll
nothing to
be
worry
with
about,
us.
should they?
Mhm.
They're
Really
telling
know
the
that.
truth.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
ask me.
think it's worth asking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Do I roll?
No, just ask me.
Make the statement.
Okay.
Be very explicit.
No words.
Ula starts blowing his pipes for some unknown reason, and then everyone looks in a confused manner at
This
him.
is a spell.
Speak words.
Yeah. How are you going to help us? Why are you...
Well, we're going to guide you. We're going to make sure you get to where you're going. We know the area.
Okay.
And then, well, that's what I'm going to do at least. And Nenny here is just sheer brute force. She'll be able to help you if anything comes out.
Sorry, I'm just getting advice.
Do you got ID?
We're older than you. Do you have ID?
Yeah.
Let me see your papers.
No. I'm not asking questions here. I just want to know that you are who you say you are.
Kinky rope.
Well, what would you like to ask
We've
me?
worked with them before though.
I
Mhm.
think you should ask them.
I
Are they
trust
planning
them.
any mischievous?
Oh yeah.
I
you
trust
can't
you.
lie.
Are they planning anything mischievous?
So, Bryn, for the record, trusts fully. Okay, I'll remember that.
Are you up to no good? Do you have any ulterior agendas
Ooh, that's a good one.
to this?
Hang on, sorry, I'm trying something down. I haven't actually rolled the saving throws yet, so
Okay.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Evasive.
Yeah, evasive maneuver.
they both pass the saving throws.
Well, I'm just.
And they both know that you've cast Zone of Truth,
Okay.
so they can actually both lie.
Well, I'm just a bit concerned because they wouldn't have rolled to save it if they had nothing.
Well,
to hide.
you have to do it if you cast Zone of Truth. You have to do it. It's a compulsory thing when you cast the spell.
Well, ask them again.
You can cast it again if you want, but it'll cost you another spell slot.
Ask them. the
No,
same
don't.
question.
Nah,
What was the question you'd like
You
to
know
ask?
what? Let's do
We're
it.
going with them.
Let's go.
I've made it.
Do you not want to ask us a question?
Let's move
But
on.
you could lie.
Well, we could, but we have no reason to.
Exactly.
You have a reason to
No
lie.
reason to lie.
No.
Okay.
We've been ordered by our ruler, Portia, to help you. We fought with you the other day.
That's the thing.
And we like you as well. We wouldn't do this if we didn't want to.
Yeah, I think.
You know, Jim, I think we should just trust them and fucking
Yeah.
go.
I hope they don't think they're joining the bar.
I can feel
No.
the Sambuca wearing
No,
off. Let's go.
We're both fully aware of where our allegiances lie. They temporarily align. This will help us as well.
We're sorry about him, guys. He only had 6 shots again.
It's fine, don't worry. You look,
He was a bit confused.
you look at an elf.
Yeah.
Fair play.
You look at an elf,
Yeah.
the only thing you see, and then he finishes,
No,
is a
right.
fucking lightweight.
Yeah.
The only thing you could think of when an elf is
That's
a
the
fucking
thing.
lightweight.
Well, that's why he's the one everyone hates in the band, but let's go.
I ask everyone these questions.
Is
Can I
All
see
right,
your
fine.
ID?
Nenny shouts.
underage groupies round here.
Nenny shouts at the pub very quickly. Another pint of lager, Mary! And she runs out and right, you are my love. Runs out, gives her a quick pint. She necks it in one and goes, "All right, let's go."
My age is 55.
And thus begins the quest to.
We've already just began our quest.
Yeah, thus begins the quest through the swamp.
Trickery.
What are you doing?
In my swamp. Right, okay.
So we're looking for the swamp witch. Who's gonna help
Yeah.
us?
Well,
she's
that-
green, just so you know.
Okay.
You all start walking towards the swamping. I've chosen the wrong track, sorry.
That's
Um,
quite atmospheric.
Swampy?
Yeah.
I would say swampy,
I
personally.
can hear the frogs.
So you all start walking off towards the swamp.
Bonjour.
The air, about 100 paces in, notably gets more humid.
Shouldn't want to turn.
Everyone's kind of... I shouldn't have worn this three-piece suit. Everyone's like, a little bit hot, a little bit perturbed. But it's okay, you were kind of like loosely expecting it's a swamp, The water comes up to about mid-calf and you're trudging through the swamp. May I ask what kind of formation you're going in? Are you in like single file or are you in pairs or?
Do you want a straw, mate?
So, no.
Okay.
Have you got the...
Torek immediately slaps Ula and Ula takes 1 point of damage.
We're advancing in a full Roman phalanx.
Excellent, okay, that's fine.
So there's 6 of us because we got the...
So the group of adventurers going in is Ebchar, Ula, Bryn, Torek,
Nini.
Nenny and Tierra. Nenny and Eris.
Yeah.
Put that in first. Okay.
So you're going in first?
No.
Well, they should be leading first.
What's your armor class, Bryn?
I will say the first person to kind of go into the swamp has been Eris. She is familiar with this. She goes off with like a spring in her step. She's ready to go in, and she enters in first.
Heal her if there is anything.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's do that. Yeah.
So are you going in single file or how are you going?
I think 2 by 2.
2 by 2. Okay. So who's up front with Eris?
I've got a good bow.
Nini.
So are you wanting Eris and Nenny up at the front?
But yeah, because also Nini can go like bigger. It's a bit tanky.
Yeah.
And we don't have Persian.
Oh, I'm not sure though if they are...
Mind you, no,
can have her in the
Bryn.
rear.
I
What
don't know
about?
if that's very clever because what if they are being a bit sneaky and they
Yeah.
can...
What
I thought-
Bryn?
Separate them,
Bryn.
one of the
But I do trust you.
I have a plan.
I thought you trusted them fully.
I do,
Why
but-
wouldn't you go with
Yeah,
her?
no.
Because you have like transformations available
Yeah.
and stuff, so you can get quite tanky at the time for
I'll
Ula
get
to
tanky.
come and heal you.
Okay.
So I. Think
Okay.
we
So
should
we're
go-
saying Bryn's up front
Yeah, and I've
with.
also got my bow.
Okay, Bryn's up front with Eris. Who's the next pair?
I should probably be in the middle, so I can.
Okay, so we've got Ula and are we going Nenny or
think-
one of you two?
I think we should
At the
both
back.
go because I have a big range.
You're
as
in.
well.
So you're at the back.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got Eris, Bryn, Ula, Nenny, and then we've got Ebchar and Torek.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's
That
fine.
makes sense to me.
That's fine. I just need to know in my head.
At the back.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool kids at the back of
Yeah,
the
and
bus.
also like no, but look, we are quite we are vulnerable, but we are very powerful.
Yeah.
So
That is absolutely fine. Okay, so you are all walking through the forest. You can see like all manner of creatures. Some you're familiar with, some not. You can kind of see the faint head of in some of the swamps, like a crocodile, like kind of appear and go back down again. There are frogs on the trees. There are big leaves. Honestly, if you weren't the kind of like the impending sense of dread, like walking forwards, it would actually be quite lovely. And that and the raging humidity. So you're walking for about half a mile, and then you hear a kind of, not clattering, but you hear a chattering of a tone that you are familiar with, but none of you can understand.
does it go like
Could you make for me an intelligence observation check?
me?
Yes.
Intelligence observation.
Yes, please. So make sure you add your observation modifier. So intelligence perception, sorry.
Oh,
Intelligence perception.
+1. Perception is +1.
So roll a d20.
But
And
is
then
it
add-
perception plus intelligence.
No.
Okay.
So that's the final one. So roll a d20 and add +1 for me.
12, so it's 13.
That's fine. Okay. You're thinking about where you've heard these kind of noises for a second, and then you realise, Persh, these are the kind of noises she makes when she speaks Draconic.
Okay.
And who's at the front again?
Me.
Okay. Bryn, could you roll for me again? Could you roll for me an intelligence perception check?
Such a good idea.
I'm pretty sure I can speak other languages.
Yeah, and I was about to say you can, because she can sort of metamorphose.
12.
Perfect. Okay, so because you're so keen at using the bow, you're just used for observing things slightly further away, and you notice about 60, 70 foot in front of you, there's a small clearing, and through the vines coming down in the swamp, you notice 4 or so shapes. They're kind of about five in size, a slight build to them, but when it gets to the head, it kind of goes out long, and there's a small snout to it. And could you roll for me again, just a d20?
Yeah.
Ooh, 14.
Perfect. You recognise the shape, you know the shape, because you've been around it most days. You recognise it the same loose shape as Clarence at the pub.
Oh, fucking.
So you ascertain within your own head, without saying out loud, there's a bunch of kobolds just over yonder.
We don't need any neat reason to kill them.
They're just chattering amongst themselves. They're just sat down. They're just chilling out.
Oh, don't tell me they all sound like Clarence. The worst chatter.
All you can hear is kind of rasping draconic noises. You can't understand what they're saying.
Nice. Where does it say what languages I can? Oh,
On the character sheet.
Common, Druidic, Elvish, and Undercommon.
There you are. So they're speaking draconic.
Oh, so I don't know that one. Okay.
What would you like to do? You're the only one that knows this currently.
Knows that they're like pirates.
That knows that they're all kobolds. You're the only one that knows there's people
But we've
up
heard
ahead.
them all.
You can all hear kind of noises, but
How many are
Bryn is the
there?
only one that knows this.
Why can't I tell them?
You can.
Oh, okay. Guys, there's some kobolds at the front.
How loudly are you saying this?
4 of them. I'm trying to whisper,
Okay.
but I'm not whispering because I can't whisper.
I was thinking because you can, transform into animals. Maybe would you be able to understand Draconic if you turn into a dragon?
I don't know.
Would you like to tell us about your animal transformation spell?
Would you say that a kobold is an animal?
I would say it's a humanoid.
What is the natural predator?
I don't have
Of a kobold? Many things are the natural predator of a kobold. They're relatively low down on the food chain. What were you thinking?
Do you remember
Shark.
A swamp
I
shark.
don't like that.
A swamp shark.
Okay.
Or a swamp dolphin, but it's actually a shark.
Swamp whale.
I don't believe there's such an animal as a swamp shark.
Yeah, well, I
But-
just made it up.
But I like the idea of it so much, I'm willing them into existence.
I was just thinking, guys.
Swamp sharks are a thing. I've decided it in the world of Oros. You have swamp sharks.
Like that.
I was just thinking because kobolds are not really threatening,
But we
but
hate them.
yeah, but
No, you hate Clarence. You don't hate you might be cobalt racist. I don't know, Ebchar.
Help us.
No.
that's the thing because we always kill everyone.
Better dead.
Maybe for once since the beginning we could ask them information.
Okay.
And then
So
But how do we speak to them?
Because-
Eris and
look,
Nenny are like, oh, there are
that's
loads
my
of
point,
kobolds
that's
around
fine.
these parts.
That's my point.
I wouldn't worry
They are
that
not
much
threatening.
about it.
If
Yes,
they
we could
try
just
to
skirt
attack
around
us,
them. We
any
could just
one of us could just take them.
I like that, yeah.
we could just
Actually,
skirt around them. It's not really a problem.
We could
They're
freaking slaughter
kobolds.
them.
I could kill a
No,
kobold
there's
in my sleep.
definitely-
In fact, I'm
definitely
pretty
some-
sure I have.
Why don't we ask them? Because I got calm emotions, so if they start...
I mean, they're pretty
Yeah.
calm anyway. They're just chatting.
Yeah.
We could just go around them.
Well,
And I
if they're
think
speaking a language you don't understand, how are we
that,
gonna
that
talk
yeah,
to
but they
them?
also speak the common language.
They can
that
speak
we
common.
speak.
Oh.
Kobolds are fluent in
So
3 languages.
I think we should go and just ask them for information because here
What if
we're going towards the unknown and they are not threatening to them. If they try to hurt us, we can fuck them up like this.
Cool. I agree.
Tell Clarence that Tierra's been like off
No,
somewhere.
but Clarence is far away from us now. We're in the swamp, mate.
Clarence, thousands of miles away, sneezes.
Yeah.
Wow, someone must be talking about me.
Yeah,
I can't believe it. And then we cut back to the swamp.
Like that.
So what do you propose to do? Do you want to sneak around them? Do you want to go speak to them? Tell me.
I would say the leading duo should just go and ask them what they're talking about and what's going on here.
Okay. Does everyone else agree?
Yeah. Just be like,
Yeah.
right, Mush, got a lion.
It's not really, so I don't care.
Huh?
As long as you two are in danger,
So it's
Yeah, so
Brennan's
you're around the back.
Eris go up.
We got your back.
Okay, so do you take a defensive position, all of you, like ready to attack if needs be, or are you just chilling?
We're chilling.
Yeah, we're
You're just chilling.
And, just giving them like we're at the back.
Ebchar, how are you chilling? Are you picking on your loot? Are you just
Relaxing, relaxing.
Ebchar,
picking on your loot? Just playing some minimalist chords.
What about you're playing and you have like a bit of a threatening, like look, and I'm like this at the back with you. Like.
So you're all in view then. Ula is gently trying to harmonise on his panpipes.
Yeah.
Ebchar's actually playing some really quite lovely minimalistic chords. And Torek is there with his arms crossed but his hands open, and he's got two Eldritch Blasts warming up. So he's got like
juggling with them.
What colour was Eldritch Blast again?
It's sort of translucent purple.
Okay, so like kind of two purple balls like flicking up in the air every so often as Eris and Bryn kind of go towards them, and you get to the kobolds before they notice you.
Okay.
What do you say?
Ahoy!
Who are you?
They look all visibly perturbed. Who are you? What are you doing in our swamp? What are you doing in our swamp? Yeah, what are you doing in our
Right,
swamp?
Shrek, calm down.
What are you doing in my
Calm
swamp?
down.
You've got to explain to them.
I'm sorry, this was just quite surprising.
Say we're friends of Clarence.
We're friends of Clarence.
It will be hard not to kill them.
Who's Clarence?
Oh, yeah.
Another kobold.
I mean, we hate
What?
Clarence.
Do you think just because we're kobolds, we know all kobolds?
Yeah.
What are you? Kobold racist?
Brian, how could you?
Bryn takes one shame damage.
Even Ebchar and Tori goes like, come on.
Even Ebchar looks over, goes wow on his loot. Wah 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 wah.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking.
He does the wah 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 wah, and then his string breaks.
Oh.
Do you think we just know all kobolds or something?
No.
Why are you here? Why are you in our clearing? This is our clearing. Yeah, what are you doing in our clearing?
Well, besides the.
To be fair, when you assume you do make an arse out of you and me.
Yes. And I have made an ass out of you.
Eris then steps in. Yes, that is true.
Who's Eris?
Thanks, Eris.
She's the young halfling that's kind of guiding you.
Oh, I haven't committed her to memory yet.
That's fine.
We're just walking through the swamp.
You're walking through the swamp. What are you doing that for? Yeah, what are you doing that for?
We've got a mission, and we're wondering what you were whispering about.
We were just chatting about food. We haven't eaten today. We were talking about where we're going to eat. Yeah, we're thinking about maybe getting some crayfish. Staying clear of those swamp sharks, though. Yeah, I hate swamp sharks. Eris chips in. Yeah, the swamp sharks are quite nasty. I know, right? Ebchar just starts singing, "Swamp sharks are so nasty," to the tune of this charming man.
And I go,
Swamp shark.
I feel like
And he plays a very sprightly, almost Johnny Marr-esque tune on the lyre.
and one clap of hands to swap.
Yeah.
swamp shark, doo-doo-doo-doo.
Swamp shark, do-do-do-do.
Bryn, you
Swamp
get...
shark.
Right, have I explained inspiration before?
No.
Okay, you've got inspiration now.
Okay, what-
That was genuinely funny.
Okay.
So
Oh.
inspiration is
I am
a...
funny. You were that shot like when I was
Okay.
funny. It's like, oh my god, you said something funny. I'm like,
Hang on.
fucking hilarious.
Okay, inspiration's a really useful thing.
Okay.
So you can basically re-roll any die. So if you fluff a
Oh.
roll and you've got inspiration, it's okay because you can just re-roll it again.
Okay.
But
So I have inspiration.
you have
I
inspiration.
don't.
Do we have to earn it?
No, well, yeah, you have to earn it, and it's each individual quest. So
Sick, I've got inspiration.
So yeah, if any of you do anything that's like really like cool or just makes me laugh, that's just genuinely like hilarious, you know. Torek takes 2 points of damage.
That's fair, I guess.
Don't mess with God. The dungeon master.
But yeah, so it's something that you can achieve that will help you later on in like a fight or something. Okay, so Bryn now has inspiration. Well, I mean, we're just going about our business. I mean, we don't have any quarrel with you. You can carry on. Did you want to ask them anything, or are you just literally just walking past them, or?
You can tell them what we're up to.
Because you can quite clearly see the path through.
Okay.
Is there before we?
Who's it? Have you heard? Is it the Swamp Witch? Have you heard of the Swamp
All
Witch?
4 of the kobolds, they're kind of 2 of them are orange, one of them's green, and one of them is like kind of like burnt yellow. All of them kind of just pale at the mention of her. Don't mention That woman.
She's like Voldemort.
Don't say her name. Don't say her name. She could. And they're looking around, really very anxious, very worried. She could appear anywhere.
Anywhere?
Anywhere.
Fear of the name only increases the fear of the thing.
Don't say her name.
Alright, Hermione, like back off.
Why?
Am I will say at this point, none of you actually know her name. You just know her as the Swamp Witch.
Okay.
But oh my god, she's so scary. She's scary so much. I hate her. She's so scary. She just appears sometimes. Yeah, she appears sometimes. It's really frightening.
What's she like?
She looks like she's been sleeping in seaweed. Yeah, oh, she got vines all over her. Yeah, vines everywhere. And she looks kind of mottled almost. Her skin's a bit green. And I've seen her strip the skin off a lizard man who was working for her. Yeah, he was. He was quite a good worker. And it was horrendous.
Okay, so I'll level with you here. Our friend is in a portal guarded by her.
Oh
That's
my
why
god.
we're here.
Your poor friend. Oh, what did she do?
She jumped into the portal, didn't she?
Yeah, just say
Was
Say
someone
that.
keeping open the portal?
Yeah, mate.
Oh.
Yeah, mate.
That would have been Garrel. Garrel was her chief apprentice. So, oh my. Did she kill him?
I think she did, yeah.
She killed Daryl!
We did as a team,
As a team, you. Wow, well. She'll probably be under lock and key at this point. I don't know how long she'll be in that state for. I would get there quickly if I was you.
Well,
What's the quickest way?
yeah.
The quickest way would be following that clearing through there, and they point to. It's basically along the river is where they're pointing. There's like vines and things hanging around, but there is very faintly a worn path.
Is that where the two were taking us? That was where they were.
That's where Ninny and Eris were taking
That
you.
makes me think that they are trustworthy.
So you were going along the river, basically.
Harmless.
They've said to you before, setting off, the quickest way to get to her was through the river.
Okay. Anything else we need from
I
the
think
lights?
we're done,
Okay.
and
Cool.
I think we need just a reasonable tonight. We're just gonna leave them like this
Cool.
and keep going.
So you all just leave?
Thank you for your help. I'll give you some food.
What food do you give them?
The thing they wanted, crayfish?
Fish food,
Fish food.
fish granules.
What was it they wanted earlier?
Fish
They were talking
grain.
about having food.
Swamp shark.
Not swamp shark, it's the other crayfish.
Crayfish, yeah.
I'll magic
Okay.
up some crayfish and they can just have a
Oh,
bucket.
yeah.
Is that nice?
You magic up a crayfish.
Yeah. Not a crayfish. Loads of crayfish.
Like one for each of them?
A crayfish big?
Relatively, yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna magic up a crayfish
That helps us.
banquet.
Could you roll a d20 for me?
I think they're quite reliable and trustworthy.
Roll a
so
d20 for me, bro.
I want to make friends. 8.
Okay, you magic up 8 crayfish.
Cool.
They are over, like, beside themselves. Oh, thank you so much, your generosity. Oh my god, you're so generous. This is incredible. Yeah, fair play to you. I thought you were shit to start with, but now you're actually alright. Yeah, they're
It's
alright.
alright now.
Yeah. We'll
Just
say,
crack on.
tell
Yeah.
Clarence hi. for us.
Look, we've had it up to here. And then you all move on.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
go.
Just
Bye.
as they start agging Ula about being a kobold racist, and you clear the first bend of the
You have
river
to follow
where you're coming through.
Just try and be nice in the backfire.
Yeah.
As you're going along the swamp river, you can tread along the path. Again, there's more kind of vines coming down. There's all sorts of little creatures, little nymphs occasionally fly down, have a look at you because they don't know you and they know this area quite well. They have a look at you and flit around and then dart away. And who's in the back again?
You two.
Okay, could you
can't
both?
play now because you're.
Can you both make me?
Can't do two things at once.
You can't stop.
Could you both make me an intelligence investigation check? Or if you're proficient you're proficient in nature, an intelligence nature check.
What?
Intelligence nature. So where it says nature on here, there. So whichever's better, intelligence nature or intelligence
my
investigation.
Investigation is +3. +3.
Oh, mine are the
So
same.
you can do that.
Mine are the same.
Eb-
+3.
Okay, right. So roll a d20 for me, and then add the +3 to it.
14 +3.
I'm happy I got inspiration.
17 and
You've already okay.
19.
Excellent.
Oh, 13 plus. Oh, I don't
No, so it's the +1. So it's +1, and then so are you doing intelligence, investigation, or nature?
What is
22.
So whichever's
Oh.
bigger, you can do.
No,
it.
investigation.
Okay.
22, Isaac.
22.
Yeah.
Crikey.
I
Okay.
had a +3.
Right, and then
So I have +3.
Yeah.
So 19.
that's perfect. Right. Okay. So both of you absolutely smashed this.
Smashed it.
So taking up the rear guard, you're both just kind of keeping like a real close guard. Which of the two of you is closest to the swamp river?
Me.
Okay. Ebchar, as you're keeping an eye on the canopies and the lower vines because you're fairly aware that swamp creatures are very sneaky. They can be really quiet. They can just creep down stuff and go, or they can come up from the water. So you're keeping a careful eye on the water level. And as you're doing this, you get just because you're so attuned with magic, you get like a faint sense that something might be there. And you're keeping like half around the vines, but you know that Torek's also doing the same. And as you're going further along and deeper into the swamp, you can almost see like a kind of like faint film appearing on everything, kind of like sticking a film, yeah, like a spider web almost, that kind of thing, sticking everything down, making everything like a little bit translucent, like all the leaves slightly on the floor and up the trees.
What if we get caught in
And
it,
then
guys?
when it's not something you could get caught in, it's just on the actual thing. So it's not very sticky, it's just like a superficial thing. And whilst you're doing that, you then look quickly back to the water because you notice a couple of scales and blades kind of surface up above the water, only for a second, so it's a miracle you even see them, and then they go back down again. So you're aware that something is in the river next to you. And as you keep going on through the river, who's... Ula, you're in the middle.
Yeah.
Okay, could you roll for me a Constitution health? Like a Constitution saving throw. Sorry. So add whatever your Constitution modifier is. So it's in the 6 big ones at the start.
0.
What does Constitution mean?
It's like health and things.
Okay.
Roll that
D20.
and add whatever. Yeah, a D20 and add whatever the Constitution modifier is.
Okay, 0. So that is 9.
9. Okay, so you are walking through the middle with Nenny, and both of you just get like a real sudden sense of cold. You're just absolutely racked with the shivers. You get all clammy and kind of sweaty
All
and
clammy
slightly,
with it.
and you're just having a bad time, really. Everyone kind of notices this and goes in on you, and then you look up, and you see a face in the vines above you.
Like a
She's
happy
got-
face, or...
No, not a happy face. She's
With
got
sleep paralysis.
black
Also.
eyes, kind of like slightly warty and gross, really sallow skin, sunken cheeks, and she's smiling at you from the above canopy.
You go, right,
And you only
Lisa.
see her for about half a second, and then she disappears. And before everyone else sees her, you and Nenny have committed this face of Mary because she is now your sleep paralysis demon.
Mumble, mumble.
Mumble, the sleep paralysis demon, and yeah, the sweats have gone, but the terror remains. You're so scared your shirt's undone. Do you want to say anything, or do you want to keep going on?
I don't know, let me have a look at my spells. Can I calm myself?
I mean, if you
Calm
like.
myself.
You can take your thumb.
What level spell is Calm Emotion?
Level 2?
What did you see? Look.
Okay, so if you cast this, you will only have one level 2 spell left.
Nah, I think I'll just take it.
The problem is,
Guys,
with all the way smokes, we don't know if you really saw something or if it's
Is
just fucking
Ula
hide.
okay?
Yeah, I was fiddling with my herbalism kit on the wall.
Roll a d6 for me.
This one?
No, just normal dice.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, roll that for me. Odd or even?
2, even.
Okay. You are feeling very stressed out, so you use your herbalism kit. You roll yourself a smoothing medicinal remedy that you've learnt in the Feywild, and smoke it and gently pass it to Nelly just to chill you both out a little bit. And as you're going along the corridor, you have a small forked path that appears ahead of you. Both the river essentially splits in two.
Oh, 4.
So it's a forked path.
Yeah.
There's only 2 paths going from it. The left one seems slightly darker, a bit more drab, not as much sunlight is able to penetrate the vines, whereas on the right-hand side, it's slightly lighter, just a little bit kind of easier going. There's not as much filmy stuff on the floor. It's not quite as humid.
Should we split again?
It's interesting that we can see that from sight. You know, that it's less humid.
Wouldn't
That direction.
the two
We are
would
quite.
they know where to
We are
go?
quite cool.
Looks less humid.
When the swamp witch live
We are
in
quite cool.
the
We
dark
have
area.
like
Yeah, I
sixth
think
sense.
I
Well,
was
I'm a fire demon, so I'm not really feeling the heat, so I don't really mind.
You know-
Why, what are the two saying to us who are coming with us? What are they saying?
Well, I
What's
mean,
their advice?
Yes.
Both these paths go deeper into the swamp. Yes, you're right, they both do, but I mean, it doesn't really matter too much. They're both about the same distance, so I've both been along them. One of them's a bit grimmer than the other, but they're both about the same distance, the same time, and they both get to the same sort of area.
Are there any buildings on the way?
I would say-
There's a couple of
my
buildings,
friends,
yes,
uh,
along the second one, but they're basically desolate. They've been kind of swallowed by the swamp. They're basically just sticks coming out of the water. I love that song as well. She gently touches her hand on yours.
Touching my knee.
Tierra's gone, I need a new man. Where do you think we should go? Because it doesn't really matter to us.
If they both go the same distance, why go through the scary path? We might as well go through the
I was
That
about
could
to
be a
say,
trick from the swamp
before my
witch,
friends
you know?
were, horribly decimated, they always told me always walk towards the light.
Walk towards the light.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair play.
So you want to go down the lighter of the two
I think
routes?
go
Why
the
not,
lighter
you know?
route.
Could split up.
And maybe we could send Hula on the dark.
Do we want to split
Yeah.
up
I'm
then?
joking.
I don't know if we want to split up. I think we're strength.
No,
I think we
someone's
should
gone
stay-
bad in the past.
We,
Yeah.
hey guys, we had those 18 and 19 shots together. I think we
Yeah.
should stick together.
Yeah.
While you're deciding what to do, the DM is going to quickly go to the toilet. So have a little think about what you want to do.
Right. Okay.
Has the
Robert.
DM got any sweeties upstairs?
The DM's got a tonic chocolate bar if you'd like it.
Oh, no,
Do any Pringles?
Oh no, I love
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Awesome.
Are they sour cream ones?
Yeah.
Is Salah is a druid.
Do you know what? I bought the sour cream ones so
Oh,
many
you know-
times by accident that I actually started liking them.
Yeah.
No,
You know
oh.
when you just eat something enough times,
Guys,
it's like, I like it now.
That are my favorite flavour.
Yeah.
I used to hate them.
I
Can I?
can't.
Because I always
Yeah,
thought they were
it's so
chocolate.
good.
I can't have them because
Avoid
if I have
the,
one, I'll have the whole
sesh.
thing.
Yeah.
So I can't. I'm literally not even gonna have
Well,
They,
them.
they make you
You can't
smell
Yeah,
like for
exactly.
days.
Love it.
But they're
What whiskey is
fantastic.
that?
No, Jacobite?
Oh.
I mean, technically, everyone
Looks
smells.
like it's
so-
from Family Shopper.
Yeah, the one around the corner.
Yeah.
So are these.
Lovely.
Oh, what can we win?
Stack, snap, share, chance to win. Chance to win. Oh, an Instax camera every day.
Yeah,
That's
let's do
actually
it.
sick.
Go for it.
Do that.
How do we enter?
Dunno.
Bro.
Capture a photo of you with your Pringles stack.
You
As
have
up
no
to
more
three,
colour.
three crisps
Oh,
of different
yeah,
flavours.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
How would
that's
they
quite-
know it's different flavours? though?
It's alright.
But
So,
three.
exactly. They all look the same and share it on
Okay, good to
Instagram or Twitter.
Fair. I always walk dark brown.
Pringles stack
In
and
more
share.
Mm.
That's what I'm going to
No,
be
that's
doing.
fair. Captain
Ah.
Morgan is cheap. I mean, it's not shit. I drink a lot
Overrated.
because it's cheap.
Yeah.
What is this?
Captain Morgan,
Captain
like, as a dark rum, like, it's drinkable, but
It's like, you know, those little puzzle books that you can buy, and in the
Yeah.
back it's like, enter this competition for 5. I've entered so many of those.
Have you not won?
Nah.
When I
it's
was on
rigged.
my cruise, I met someone who actually won the cruise. Like
Oh,
they
what do you mean?
and won it. Like as in they won the trip.
I'm a Pringle,
But, yeah, someone's got to win those. You
This
know?
morning they'd given away £1 million on my join. I go
Yeah,
into
of course,
it
yeah, enter.
because I saw it right. So it was on the Monday the 13th that I saw the thingy, and it was like enter this and win £1 million. And then when I was on holiday, the number 13 just kept popping up, and I was like, it's a sign. I need to
Right.
enter. And someone rolled a
Fine.
13 here, and my armour class is 13. So
Go for
It's
it.
I need
like
to go
every
for it.
night I used to wake up at 10 minutes past 1
13 is
and I
half
look
of
at my
my
phone at
age.
exactly the same time. Weird.
I always look at my
What,
phone at
so-
11:11 every day.
0110.
Yeah.
Weird.
May I ask, what path are you going down?
The rich path.
The upper class.
winners'
Towards the
path.
light.
Yeah,
Towards the light.
Towards the winners.
That's
Because
fine.
we are the champions.
Okay,
Maybe
cool.
my plans were wrong, but that's
I feel like this is a big bonding trip, you know?
Yeah, I'm just having a great time.
Yeah,
Okay,
That was
you've been
gonna be our issue there.
it's
marching.
a team building experience.
exactly. The ice has been broken.
You've been marching for most of the day, and it's getting quite late. I know it's still, even though like you've got the canopy closing over and the vines and such, like it's still you're relatively easy being able to tell what kind of day it is in the swamp, and what the time is as well. So you know it's about a day since you set off. And it gets towards the evening. Do you want to have a little camp, or do you want to go through the night,
No,
or?
I'm going to camp. We need to rest.
That
Yes,
sounds
we
fun.
do need to
We can have a
rest.
fire, sing some songs.
Yeah,
let's
yeah, that's
gather
absolutely
around
fine.
the
Smoke a
campfire
joint
and sing our campfire song.
Nenny and Nenny and Eris are doing a dwarf line dance. So while this is all going on, Ebchar is playing his lute at lightning speed with Ula perfectly harmonising. Nenny and Eris and Bryn and Torek are all perfectly in time doing like line dancing.
Oh, I learned
To the song.
on holiday. I need to teach us Night
please.
Fever. To Night Fever.
Please.
In a small little clearing in the middle of the swamp.
Mm-hmm.
And nothing happens over the night.
I think this is a nice
You have a
place today.
restful evening.
Mm.
You're a little bit higher up than the riverline. You've gone a little bit away from the bank, so you're away from anything.
Oh.
You might on Ebchar's request because of what you saw in the river.
No Shrek coming out of the swamp and saying.
Somebody.
What's
No, you're
that,
fine.
What's the Shrek?
Shrek is love. Shrek is life.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What's
there's
he say?
Shrek is love.
No, what's he say like to him? He like whispers in his ear.
He whispers gently in his ear, "Shrek is love. Shrek is life." That's what he does.
I'm sure
It's not. It's all ogre now.
Something like that.
He just says that. Anyway, you wake up at not the crack of dawn, but you wake up relatively early in the morning.
Crack at noon.
I wake up chilled at the crack of noon.
Waking up in the morning.
Gotta go downstairs.
We
Waking
slept for a
up
long
in the
time,
morning.
considering,
It's like,
it was
waking
Monday,
up in the
now it's
morning.
Thursday.
Oh, so horny. Gotta get dressed. Gotta go downstairs. And who's closest to the river and who's furthest away?
One furthest away, Dunham Rivers.
Closest.
Okay, Bryn. You wake up and you roll slightly to your left.
I fall in the river.
And you look up and you can see on a rock about 3 foot from where you were camping, drinking, having a good time last night, singing campfire
Have
songs.
some.
You can see
Shit.
just the decimated corpse of 2 people.
Yum.
Not our people.
Not your 2 people, no. You look
Decimated.
quickly at your gang and everyone is still there.
Can you explain the corpses a little bit more in depth?
They're 2 skeletons. One of them is missing an arm. The other one has a giant gash in its skull.
So no one else can see this apart from me.
Everyone can see
They've got any
it, but
loot?
you're the only one that's noticed it.
What is in their immediate vicinity?
They're skeletons. There's nothing
Have they got any,
really.
like, bags? Or...
There's a rusty sword. There's a rusty axe. There's a bag that has very clearly been worn by the weather. And nothing else.
Cause diseases, so if we hit the witch with a rusty weapon, it's going to get infected.
Several years, so maybe.
They're
I'll,
just
try,
bloody
I'll
humans.
let everyone know. Guys, look over there. There's some skeletons.
Ula immediately throws up, and Ebchar goes over and tries to loot the corpses.
I'm going to take its skull as a drinking device.
Okay, do you want to loot the corpse as well, or?
No, just the skull.
Okay, that's fine. Right.
What if they have something useful though?
Yeah, skull.
Yeah, I'm gonna burn some.
Ebchar has a new drinking device, and Ebchar's inner receptacle. And Ebchar's inner monologue now tells him, "This is what I'm taking to the halfling swifts. I'm gonna make a drinking chalice out of this dead adventurer's skull.
Oh, can I wear it on top of my face?
You can make a helmet out of the skull if you
Yeah.
like. Okay, cool. Right. Does anyone want to do anything else before they set off?
No.
Yeah, just say some words, give them some rights.
That's fine. You can do that for
Wish
free.
them well
That's
in the
fine.
afterlife.
Yeah. The skeletons actually slightly look up at you when you say this, and golden sparks start forming around their entire body,
Okay.
and you can hear kind of like raspy tone. Only you can hear in a kind of clunky like, thank you. And then both the skeletons dissolve, leaving only a few flowers in their wake.
And
in
some
the middle of
memories.
the swamp.
That was cute.
The song of the
And you set off on the second
That was
day.
actually really sweet.
Thank you, Laura.
And you set off on the second day. That was a very clericy thing you did. I'm really proud of you.
I don't know, it was a funny game.
I'm not crying, it's hay fever.
I'm not crying, I'm sweating through my eyes.
It's swamp fever.
Anyway, everyone sets off through the swamp on the second day of the travel, and
I'm feeling good about this, guys.
the closer that you're getting, the more you're travelling. Even the ones that are very experienced with it, Eris and Nenny, they're kind of like sweaty, and like they're just a bit bogged down. You guys are absolutely like, you're just not enjoying this. You'll just like keep going, so much so.
This is good.
It's a great time.
Team bonding.
You're driving along the river, and then as you're going further along the river, you're closest to the river, aren't you, Ebchar?
No, I was furthest away.
Oh, who's the closest to the river?
I was the
I
closest
thought
to
I
the
had a
river.
spell that lets me like frost over the area, but
Bryn
it's
was closest to the river.
frostbite where I it's just to cause frost to form over a creature, so not an area.
It's okay.
I was
So,
thinking, like, it could cool us down a bit.
Torek, as you're going along the river, and Ula, you actually notice as well, as you're also the closest on your side.
Okay.
Occasionally, every like 25, 20 foot or so, you'll just see a dead fish just rising at the top of the water, and it's not dead of natural causes. You can just see it's kind of like slightly like eaten. It's rotting. It's got like one eyeball. Its gills are kind of merged with its skin. It looks genuinely horrendous, and you can see this about every 20 or so foot.
Something's fishy here.
And you went down the lighter corridor.
You didn't listen.
I did hear that. You've already got inspiration. I can take it away.
Oh no, don't! I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah, that's good.
Thank you.
So the path at the path at this point has actually been very, 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 very solid. But at this point, it gets kind of a little bit craggly and a little bit rocky and a little bit ropey. So you're all being quite careful as you're going along it. It's kind of like very slippy. You assume because of the film that you've seen as you're going along it. It's quite sharp, the rocks. And you're going down it for about, say 100 foot. You're just going down there.
Would you describe it as a crag, maybe?
I would describe it as quite craggy, yes. And
Craggy.
yeah, and who's at the front still? Is it still you and Eris?
We've maintained the same form.
Same formation, cool. I would like you to roll in a... Yes, please. I'd like you to roll for me an intelligence investigation check.
It's 1d20, yeah?
Yes, please.
12.
Okay.
Did you add your numbers?
Yeah.
You're lucky.
Oh.
So, you do not notice a thing as you're going down this until you just feel a arm go across you as Eris goes, "Wait! Stop!" And just slightly off to the left of your vision, so it's kind of... she starts singing Beyonce. It's slightly off to the left, so it's not something you'd instantly see. You see it in your peripheral vision, and that was a reference for all of you who have ever worked with me or know me. I've definitely said that once in my life.
I've
Around.
never heard you say that
all-
word.
You've never heard me say
I've never heard you
peripheral
say
vision.
that.
Peripheral vision?
I used to not be able to say peripheral vision.
That's hilarious. I love that.
I used to call it profiterole vision.
I'm going to call it that from now on.
I think it's a lot better,
It's like
personally.
what the other day. So I call a phone sometimes a
Hoey hoey.
What?
A hoey hoey. What's he called, a remote?
A rover, yeah.
Yeah.
Or a rove.
He's got names for everything.
But Isaac used the term for hoey hoey the other day, and I was like, what the fuck?
Well, just because I'm around him so much, I just kind of like have it. Anyway,
You say blower.
just I say
Yeah,
blower
you
a
say
lot.
blower.
So just off to the left of your vision, so it's not something you'd initially see. It's in your profiterole vision. You see kind of like a swirling, ominous almost mist.
Ooh, child.
And There's no singing coming from this.
Oh,
You see,
That would be really scary.
kind of, what you see is almost the top half of a form lean out of it, and it's covered in black rags,
Fucking hell, what's
and the
this?
shoulders are leaning out, and then the hooded figure looks up at you,
I knew.
just
I
the
knew.
first couple of people, and its eyes lock with yours, and it's a sallow, sunken face, and there's warts,
Oh, is it the witch?
I think
and
it's
it's
the
green
Pretty
skin, and it looks you dead in the eye, and it screams
Dead
a
in the eye.
blood-curdling scream, and before anyone else notices, again, like the encounter Ula had with this, it disappears.
Is it the same
So
face?
no one else saw this?
However, do you think it would fade with a song like?
Let's say hang on, where's that? Odd or even?
That's how we take
Odd or
that,
even?
bitch.
Odd or even?
Odd.
It fades with the sound going.
Do it again.
Guys, has anyone else seen anything weird recently?
Yeah, I saw a face.
With warts?
Oh.
Like,
It's like
fur.
sunken?
It was in the vines.
Because I just saw this dark figure.
As
Has
you're
anyone else
having
seen
this
that?
discussion, the craggy, rocky, slippery road you're walking on
Racky slippery load.
moves 10 foot to the right.
Oh shit.
Oh my.
I'd like all of you to roll.
Have we moved as well?
You've moved whilst on the road.
Oh.
I'd like all of you to roll for me a strength saving throw.
Oh shit.
Right.
What does a saving throw mean?
So just roll a d20 and add the strength modifier to it.
0, great.
1.
1.
19!
No.
19, bitch!
Oh shit.
Do you not have any modifiers on strength?
Oh, yeah. 1 plus 1.
Oh god. So you rolled a 1.
I didn't in the first place, and I said 1. I just.
But you rolled a 1 is what
Yeah,
I'm saying.
yeah.
Okay, right. So 1, 19,
19.
19,
13.
13. But you rolled a 1. That's a critical failure,
Oh.
regardless of modifiers. So the three of you, Ebchar,
No!
Ebchar, Bryn, Ula, and actually, I need to roll for the others. Actually, sorry.
And the others.
Yeah. Okay. So all 5 of you, apart from Torek, notice the kind of shift, and then you jump off the area you're on, and you land on a grassy, like viney, banky verge where you're ready on. Torek, you, in sheer terror, just clamp down, hold on where you are. Everyone else can see from their perspective a massive shape underneath the river of the swamp. I call it a river.
It's the shark
It's
swamp.
wide as hell, and it rears up, and you just hear as a giant crocodile
Oh, fuck.
appears from underneath the waves. Ebchar, you recognise this thing as the scales and the shafts that you saw on the first day while you were looking at the river.
Probably should have told someone.
And you think this in your head, like, definitely, I should have probably mentioned this. As you see Torek holding on in between its eyes at the top of its head for dear life.
How big is this thing?
Over 150 foot long.
That is long. So an arrow is not. Oh, do I have a spell?
Oh my god. Okay, right. No.
The first thing I will say is, Torek, would you like to move first?
Yeah.
I feel that's only fair.
Yes.
What would you like to do?
Well-
You could either engage, or you can try and escape, or what would you like to do?
I would
Kill it.
definitely try to.
Kill it.
I think it's really tricky. It's a 150 foot long creature.
150 feet. If it eats you, you can kill it from the outside, inside.
The thing is, like,
that whale.
it's absolutely
Journal
huge. I think if we want to kill it, it will take us 2 adventures.
No.
So, the first thing I would
Can we
like.
see him? Are we watching?
Yeah, you guys can all see this very clearly. The crocodile's not far away from you. It's about 20 foot away from
Can
you.
I inspire him?
Not before Torek others go. You can go first after that.
I have.
No, it's not Change my mind.
Okay. It's time for me to cast Misty Step.
Okay.
So I can
Would you like to tell
escape.
everyone about Misty Step?
So Misty Step, you surround yourself in a silvery ghostly mist and teleport to any vacant space up to 30 feet away.
Okay, that's great.
So I could still teleport on the grass.
Yeah, how far is
I don't
the
know.
map?
Yeah, you absolutely could. The grass is about 20 foot away.
I like how this shark has no jurisdiction.
So is that what spell slot is that?
No.
Well, the thing is, there is no throw for that.
No, there's not. No, but what
No.
spell slot is it?
It's a level 3.
Okay, and how many level 3 spell slots do you have?
How do I know that?
It tells you right at the start. So on this one that I've done. So where's level 3?
You can cast any 2 of these.
Okay, right. So you
but
could.
you can cast Misty Step or Blindness Deafness out of combat.
Oh yeah. So you right. Okay,
So
you
that
get a
is combat.
free use of Misty Step. So this
Yeah,
doesn't even
exactly.
count against your spell slots.
Yeah.
So you get one free use of
Exactly.
Misty Step and one free use of blindness deafness per like
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you don't even have to do anything. Right. So
So-
you look at what. How do you do it?
Well-
Tell me how you do this, because this is fucking badass, man.
Well, the thing is, like, I just fell down into, like, this shape, and suddenly I can see the huge
You can
shape.
see the maw of this
Towards
giant
me.
crocodile kind of going.
Exactly, and I
You
see
can
the
see
whole
everyone
team
else
of the grass,
over the left.
and
We're
I'm
just
like,
going like this.
yeah, and everyone is like, oh my god!
Shit.
Oh my god!
And I'm like, team building, and then I'm like,
Do you do a magic
no.
word as you teleport?
I look towards the crocodile again,
Mm-hmm.
and I go like, not this time.
I don't know what that is.
Kiss my ass.
Maybe a bug.
I disappear.
So Torek disappears in a misty kind of, and you
And it's
appear
there.
just directly next a misty step,
Yeah.
and you appear directly next to everyone.
Next to the team, yeah.
Oh, hi.
And then I reappear again and I'm like, team building!
And we all jump up.
Like
Yeah.
Mario.
And you all go, yeah.
Woohoo!
What would everyone like to do now? Would you like to disengage from this giant beast, or would you like to fight
You
it?
can take it. He might have something we need. I
What?
want.
In his belly?
Yeah, I want its scale.
Oh, okay.
So do we want to kill it?
Yeah.
I've got a spell that's frostbite. You can cause a frost to form over any one creature.
Let's go.
That might
Go
make
for
him
it first.
cold.
Yeah.
I think that's a good idea.
Can you describe the beast?
Of course, yeah.
More detail.
What's this week?
It's 150 foot long. If you'd like to ascertain its weaknesses,
Yeah.
roll a d20 for me and roll a 20 or higher.
Roll a
Okay.
d20.
Fucking hell, that's...
Any like checks or anything?
No, nothing. 20 or higher.
20.
You
Yep,
just need to
or
roll
higher.
20.
It's a 20.
It's
Yes.
not a 20. Okay. Ula is trying to disattain the giant crocodile's
I'm looking for his
weaknesses. And then he just gets really distracted by like a really nice flower that's next to him.
Talking about
That's a
distract.
nice
How,
one.
You need to
how
tell us.
far
You need to
away?
describe the creature.
How
in more
far away
detail.
is the creature?
Absolutely. The creature is 30 foot away from you.
Okay, I'm
It's kind of still roaring and rearing back on itself. It is quite slimy. You can just see its massive bulbous eyes are looking straight ahead and not actually looking directly at you. Some might say it hasn't even noticed you yet. But it's absolutely colossal, this
Yeah,
thing.
cool.
You can tell it means absolute fucking damage. It's kind of like browny green in colour. It's got scars all over it. Its claws are probably the length of maybe 8 foot each of the claws on its hand, and its jaw kind of unhinges. And you've got. Have you ever heard the ballad of Predator?
No.
The famous ballad of
I'm
Predator.
determined to kill it. We're gonna kill it.
It opens its mouth up kind of like that, as well as there. So it's almost got
Why-
like 4
Why
jaws.
don't I turn into a beast and it can be like Godzilla versus King Kong?
Would you say it's
I'll turn into
quite an
fucking big
intelligent
gorilla.
I feel we'd have to wait
Is
for it
is
to get
quite an
back.
intelligent creature? Would you say?
Would you please roll for me an intelligence investigation check on the d20?
Intelligent investigation.
Intelligence investigation, thank you.
17.
I've rolled a 9. I can tell you for absolute certain It's not a very intelligent creature at all.
If you had to put and assign a number to that intelligence, what would you assign it?
I would assign a 2 in brackets -4 to that.
What do you mean 2 minus 4?
It's got 2 intelligence and the modifier for it is -4. So if I rolled a 6, I would give you a 2 as an answer.
Are you sure maybe it's not a 4?
Nope, it's a 2.
So
Damn, I can't cast Tasha's hideous laughter.
Wait, hang on. Right, so everything is at the DM's expense. What did you want to do?
I was going to cast Tasha's hideous laughter.
Would you
The
explain-
creature within 30 foot must succeed on a wisdom saving throw. They fall to the ground prone, riding with laughter.
Is that it?
Yeah,
What's the wisdom saving throw?
14.
Why can't I do that?
Huh?
Why can't I do that?
Oh, because a creature with intelligence of less than 4 isn't affected.
Oh, right.
Should we try my frostbite and see what that does?
freeze it.
Yeah.
And then make it
Right.
to death.
I'll tell you what,
You're gonna let him do it, aren't you?
I will, because I fucking love that, and I'm giving him inspiration as well. That's actually amazing. Right, okay, so what's the wisdom saving throw?
14.
And so I've got to roll a d20 and I've got a -4 from it.
Minus 4.
Okay, so I've got to roll.
Oh, right, we're using Tasha's
Right.
hideous laughter on the beast.
So
Yeah,
Okay.
a creature within 30 feet must
we've
succeed
ascertained it's very
on a
stupid.
Wisdom saving throw. They fall to the ground prone, writhing with laughter.
Alright.
Okay, and I've rolled
I just saw
4.
you over there going like that. I was like,
I'm rolling.
That's what I see
I'm
every
rolling.
day. In the morning when he sees me.
In the office.
What do I have to roll to beat it?
Technically 18.
So I have to roll 18 to beat it.
Yeah.
no, you got 20.
I've rolled 17.
Oh. It's giggling.
The giant crocodile
It's clutching his stomach.
kind of turns around, so it's like it's like half of its body is out of the giant swamp riverbed, and then it looks to the left, and you can hear its neck kind of click, and you can hear like it did, and it went like, "Arr," and it looks at all of you, and its mouth starts to open, and then the extra bits on the side start to open, and you hear a kind of scream almost start to come from it, and then its pupils just dilate to the size, and because it's a giant crocodile, its pupils are probably about 5 foot across, like they're massive. And a giant crocodile, I would say, sounds kind of like, and it starts slapping its belly with its tiny hands.
Oh, I like it.
Slapping its belly, and it's convulsing. It's doing a death roll, but in reverse. So all the river fish are dying, and it's just water's going everywhere. It's shaking left and right.
What are the cobalts gonna do? They were
And
to eat.
yeah, it's loads of dead fish. They can just run and get it. They don't
Yeah,
care.
yeah.
What do you guys do whilst it's convulsing with? How long does Tasha's hideous laughter last? Does it say? Okay, that's fine.
Well, can I bestow a curse?
I mean, if you like, but you could escape.
No, I'm going to bestow a curse.
Oh, fuck.
Touch any creature. They must succeed on a wisdom saving throw, 14. If not, they succumb to the curse. You can choose any one of the following options to happen to them. And I would choose 3. They must make a wisdom saving throw at the start of each turn. If it fails, they waste their turn.
I've just made a wisdom saving throw and I've rolled a 19, so I've passed the wisdom saving throw. What spell slot is
Very
Hex?
convenient.
What spell slot is Hex?
3.
Okay.
Not gonna lie, Ebchar, I think I was
First
completely
Tierra.
How many spell slots do you have at level 3?
2.
I'll just try to see.
Yeah.
Right, I think we
curious.
need to get out.
No, I want to kill it.
No! Don't you waste your spells.
Wait.
I
it's
want
dead.
it scaled.
It's laughing.
It's laughing.
I think we get the fuck out of there.
Eris and Nenny look
I
at
think-
you and go, "Let's cheese it, quick!"
Should I bestow frostbite on it? Just so
I
it
don't
can
know.
it get cold.
Right, can we all make a group decision here? Do we kill the beast or do we run away?
I think it's going to
It's
take a lot to kill it.
We've got
And
time.
it might
I
waste
think
our spells. And if we're going to try and take on this sea bitch, we need to get on with it.
No,
It's alright.
no. Right, you
Guys,
two.
what do you think?
Right,
No.
excuse me.
Excuse me, we're discussing.
Right,
Talking about the shifts at the Silver Owlbear quickly stops as Ebchar and Ula.
Kill this beast so we can steal its scales. Make
Ooh.
armor out of its scales. and then she wants to run away.
I think run away.
To contrast that, Nenny, Eris, and Bryn are all saying to run away.
Well,
wow.
I don't want to be annoying, but I've been saying since the beginning, since I escaped, that it was too big to be killed and not
Wow.
worth it anyway.
Can I
Because
say?
it will use a lot of our resources for
He's
nothing.
laughing.
Because we've got to take on the
Yeah,
sea witch as
exactly.
well.
I have a cantrip that spare the dying, which means they become stable and just lose consciousness. So if he's stable,
We can go
quiet,
steal his. We can go steal his scales.
We can open his belly and see what treasures he's got inside.
Like
Ooh.
that. Yeah, go on.
Ooh.
I'll take a scale for
You
my
know,
dog.
you-
as well.
that's a
So,
witty- that's a witty move.
what do you want to do? Do you want to fight this giant crocodile?
Yes.
Well, he's laughing.
We just
Well, he's
want
not
to,
dead.
We just want to rob him.
He hasn't taken any damage.
He's
as well.
taken no damage at all.
It's
That
okay.
worked on 0 HP.
150 foot long.
You probably have like 250 HP.
I want a scale.
Yeah, that's even.
I think leave him.
Yeah.
I think he gives us. He's nothing.
I cast invisibility and run up and kill him. Steal a scale.
I personally want to run away.
I think we've been lucky that we didn't get hit worse.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think
So we
we
should
should.
have used.
Well, I think he's very.
So
bored.
I would say Ebchar desperately wants to attack him,
I think we shouldn't try all
but everyone else wants to kind of go away.
Yeah.
I will say everyone goes to flee. Ebchar, roll a d20 for me. If you roll a natural 20, I will say you kill this giant crocodile with
No.
one hit.
So much, you know.
If you roll a natural 20 without modifiers, just a natural 20.
What it was, it's a 10.
Yeah, I'm afraid not. So
Wait, is there a spell which you can re-roll?
You did
No.
get inspiration.
you did actually get inspiration. So if you would like to do it again, you
I
can.
thought it was Bryn who had it.
No, they both did.
Oh, that was a 4.
Okay,
Inspiration, reroll.
Again.
that's fine. Right.
A 20!
It was actually.
No, it's 13.
Well, hang on. What? Did you just waste your inspiration on him?
No, I didn't. I told him to reroll it again.
Okay, right. Ebchar, you I'll tell you.
That was inspiration. That was good.
Okay, while Ebchar loses his inspiration,
I'm loving the puns.
Torek gains one. Insp.
Woo!
And Ebchar, you get a rock, and as everyone else is running away, you begrudgingly so, and launch it at the giant crocodile's eye.
It gets caught in its throat and dies.
You launch it at the eye, and Ebchar, roll a d20 for me. Sorry, roll a d6 for me, and pick odd or even.
Even.
Okay.
It's a 6.
You launch a stone at the giant crocodile's eye, and it kind of looks up as it sees the stone flying towards it and tries to swipe it away, but its hands are too small. The stone's still flying towards its eye. It tries to move out of the way, but the eye is too large. The stone enters in its eye, and its eye just starts spewing out blood.
Cool. I like that.
It's now blind in one eye as you're running away.
What a good game, Master. A little cookie for everyone.
And as you're running away to the sound of an incredible score, you think, you know what, I've done all right here. And that's all. There we are. That's all right. I was giving you a moment there.
That's a good conclusion.
I hope you appreciate it. I was giving you a moment there.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're carrying round the corner of the bend. You are really quite shaken. You've just really escaped.
Yeah, oh
with,
yeah. A certain death.
You've escaped from a scenario
I'm
where
like
you didn't really want to be in.
I'm probably, playing proud, but inside myself I'm like,
Everyone's a little bit shaken.
Yeah.
And you get to almost a clearing where there is a thin strip of river that goes. So there's earth.
Brook.
I would say a brook. And you've got vines and leaves, and everything is really humid at this point. It's probably about 20 degrees hotter from when you initially entered the swamp. And there is just this silk and humidity and stuff everywhere. And then the earth dips down into the swamp river that you've been following this entire way round and lips out again. It's probably about 10 foot across, but it seems shallow enough. And up from there, you can see a couple of shapes in the distance of some buildings.
Shit.
Okay.
Buildings.
Go through it.
Let's go to the buildings.
Go through the dip in the water.
I'd like. So who's going through the water?
Us.
We're all going through the water.
Everyone's going through the water.
Am I good at swimming?
I'd like everybody to roll for me a D20 Constitution saving throw. So any modifier you have on Constitution.
Mine's -1.
I've got -1 as well.
On what?
Constitution.
I have +3.
Okay, so roll a D20 for me and give me
12.
Ooh.
12. Okay. Okay.
17.
Okay. 16. Okay. Everyone is going through. Oh, I've got to roll for Erison and.
Imagine having that many teeth.
Okay, so
It's quite a lot.
the three of you, Torek, Ula, Brim, you're going through as the front three, and then Ebchar, Nenny, and
Ula.
Sun game.
Eris are coming up just behind you, but only just behind you. The three of you get through absolutely, like, all right. You're getting there, and then you turn around,
Sick.
and you see the river has just hastened up, and it's really getting quite much. Ebchar's kind of holding on to the other two halflings. He's really just pulling them along at this point. Just getting to the other side because you know that they can be. They've got you this far. They're valuable,
So you're
and you pull them along,
You're struggling
and
to get out
then
of the water.
they look at you, and one of them just lets go. The current's got too strong.
No.
The other one's holding onto your arm, barely by your wrist, kind of like there. You're kind of like there, and she lets go of your arm
What?
No,
to go
no,
find her friend.
No,
No.
I want to do a spell.
What spell?
I want to destroy water.
Yay!
Would you like to tell everyone about destroy water?
Well, it's a bit complicated.
Go on. All it is.
Within
What would you
30
like to do in regards to destroying the
I
water?
want to get rid of the water around.
Okay,
Ebchar.
what's the radius of water that you can destroy?
30 foot.
You're absolutely in range for that. Do you have to roll or anything?
I can destroy up to 10 gallons of water or a 30-foot area of fog. I don't really understand that.
No, that's really
You can create a 30-foot area of fog.
Okay, so I just want to destroy 10 gallons of water.
10 gallons is nothing.
Is it nothing?
I have no clue what a gallon
Because a
is.
gallon is like 2.5 liters, something like this.
Trying my hardest. Let's see if you come up with
fine,
anything else.
shut up.
So where would you like to cast this?
Where he is.
On him.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Not on me, on the water around.
Yeah, that's fine. Ebchar, could you roll for me a d20 strength athletics check?
I have them. I have this at level 2 and 3, but I don't know whether it's.
That's fine. That's fine. You can cast it at one. It's fine. But you cast this around Ebchar.
Yeah.
Okay, and Ebchar, roll for me a strength athletics check.
Don't waste it.
21.
21. Okay, right. This is what happens. Nenny, who was at the bottom of the rung that was being like pulled along by Ebchar, as he had his like leer on his back and his like swords and shit, and he's pulling everyone along. She just gets buffeted by the water so much she just falls downstream. Ah! She's going off,
But that's
and then Eris looks at you, looks at her, you again, looks at her, goes, "Look after the rest of them for me," and lets go of your arm, and she goes down the stream to find her friend.
Cool.
While this has just happened, Bryn has just cast Dispel Water around you. So for a brief second, you're at the bottom of the riverbed.
Oh.
No water around you. For what is it again?
36 or 10 gallons.
Yeah, 30.
Is it 10 gallons?
10 gallons of water.
So
It doesn't say
for-
how long.
For about let's say for about 2 foot on either side, you've gone from being surrounded by water to nothing at the bottom of the riverbed, and you rolled a 21,
Like
right?
Moana, yeah.
21. You look at your friends that you've just kind of gained going down the river, and then look at the guys that you've been adventuring with up there, and they're wanting you, like they're willing you to do this. And you look at them, and you do a triple axel backflip from the bottom of this riverbed up,
Sorry, Tony Harding.
up, and you land kind of like this. You're a bard. You're up for the flamboyancy. You're there. You land. You play a power chord like as you land like on a knee slide across. And you're like, I'm ready. And you point at no one in particular, but you point anyway. You're like, I'm ready. Everyone's applauding at this. They're like, ready. It was an excellent use of spell combinations, I will say. All of them put 10 up for you.
No, I put up 20.
Nice.
21.
Have you used your inspiration yet? Okay, that's fine. Right.
Another inspiration. I'll just
No,
stack it up.
you can't stack it.
Oh, damn it. I'm so funny.
And at this point, you kind of you're all happy with yourself, and you look up.
If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. Yeah.
You look up and you see you're in a kind of not enclosure, but you're in an area, a new area, a swampy kind of area that you have never been in before.
What, another swamp?
Oh, hey.
You're in almost the clearing of the swamp, actually.
Shrek comes out. Right, it's going to go straight quickly.
Okay. Would you like me to describe it or wait for you to get back?
No, you can describe it. It's fine.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
Do you know what? I don't think I've ever been that happy that I've clapped my hands.
Did you enjoy your escape from the bottom of the riverbed?
I like that, yeah.
Triple axle backflip?
Yeah.
Yeah. It seemed very
It
you.
was quite inspirational for a song, I'd say.
It was very, I feel it was very Ebchar.
It's going to be on my biography.
Been on form today, even
Yeah.
slaying the crocodile.
Is it autobiography the one that you write? Or is that
Yeah,
one
that's an
yeah,
autobiography,
What's
yes.
the one where someone writes it for you?
Biography.
Biography, this is a biography. So everyone kind of comes through the base of the mangroves.
The mangroves.
The water at this point is kind of like almost thigh high. Like it's gotten from like mid calf to thigh high between a day. You're currently on the back.
When he falls in the water.
You're on the back of Ebchar. Actually, no, you're on his shoulders. You're on his shoulders because being on his back would hamper him. Because Ebchar did not.
I'm holding your
Yeah.
arms.
Ebchar didn't want you on his back because that would mess up with his instrument. So you're currently on his shoulders,
I have a harder as well.
shouting occasional dwarfish. Ula, you're okay because you're part Fey. You're actually slightly floating above the water.
I'm going to give Toreg my cloak so we look like one very tall person.
One really tall person. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, so tall you could get into any movie you wanted.
Yeah, to any movie we want.
I like that.
I'm a man in your local area.
I'm a
Can we
man.
do perception checks? Are there any cinemas nearby?
Yeah, perception check.
There's 6 lizard men nearby who.
Against Lizard.
One of them's reading a story about a group of adventurers attacking somewhere, and they're all loving it. So
Very meta.
yeah, very meta. They're having a good time. So you can say it's cinema.
Yeah.
Anywho, we've got Torek on Ebchar's back. We've got Una slightly floating above the waterline, and Bryn is got some vines, and she's just pulled herself above the waterline. And you all look up and you see a clearing in the swamp. And I feel I should wait
Well,
for...
technically I don't see it because I've got the cloak around my face. Or am I just...
You can still see. The cloak kind of comes down to there so you can see still, but like...
No, it's a magic cloak.
It's a magic cloak, is
It
it?
extends to the length of the wearer.
So you're ostensibly blind, is what you're saying?
Well, no, because I'm peeking out there like a little...
So you can see then?
Yeah, like
Okay, well, okay, so everyone can see then.
Yeah, I've changed my mind, yeah.
Okay, there we are, right. Oh, she's back. So, with Bryn slightly floating above the line, holding onto a couple of vines,
Okay.
and Ula doing the same with Torek and Ebchar piggybacking.
Heavy boys.
Shoulders.
Yes, on his shoulders with a very
You
long
specified.
cloak. I did, to be fair, I did specify. Everyone sees they're in a really large clearing. In the clearing, they see... actually, everyone roll a d20 for me and tell me what you got.
I think I'll be rolling the d12 instead of the d20.
Yeah.
4.
Fucking hell.
50.
4, 15.
Wait, what was it? What sort of check was it?
Just roll it for me. No kind of particular check.
19.
19?
Hey.
16? Okay, cool, that's cool. That's fine. So Bryn, just above the waterline, you're kind of noticing everyone, and you're noticing that there's a couple of enemies nearby, so you're kind of just on counting everyone. Ula, honestly similar. You're just making sure that like it's like you know kind of where everyone is, because you can both see that there are lizard men kind of about.
Lizard man.
A couple of them kind of waiting, half in the water with their snouts and eyes exposed, almost like the giant crocodile you saw earlier, but just to a very, very much smaller degree. And a couple of them on raised guard plinths. It's almost a little bit like Six Lights. Everywhere in this swamp is that's the halfling village where you came from.
Right.
Everything's kind of raised above the ground,
So we're in Lizard Town now.
almost. Ebchar, you are just so focused on just supporting Torek on your shoulders. You're only looking up at him. You're just making sure that he can see.
Oh.
And you're doing a bloody good job at that. You're doing the best job. Torek, you're
giving
can
me
see everything. You can see everything. You've got the cloak over your shoulders, and because you've been all trekking through the swamp for the last couple of days, it's kind of almost a bit camouflaged at this point.
Yeah.
So you're there in a really good position. You're ready. You can see there's like a couple of walkways where Lizardman patrols are going at the front, and where the kind of back end of this are. You can see there are one smaller tower and one larger tower, both made of stone and brick, but they've got kind of moss and a little bit of decay to them.
Stone.
The larger of the two towers, the roof's slightly caved in, and what did you roll again?
19.
Okay, and you can see a corner of a cage coming out of the top end of where the broken roof is. And you can also see there's an impressive amount of lizard men kind of patrolling around.
Okay.
What do you guys do?
Well, this cage is for Tierra, isn't it?
Have we decided if they are enemies of us?
They are
What is
lizard
it?
men, yeah. They all are.
They're all about making us
There's one all! Come on! Sorry.
Oh, is our friend working today?
Yes, he is.
Is he?
I got the update.
Well, we just fought
Time
with
to
the
play
lizards,
Dungeons and
and
Dragons.
Yeah,
know-
what if we
will.
look upon ourselves as
and we
yeah.
know they're coming from there, so we know they're bad.
Yeah. We
So-
need to kill them.
It's 6 of them, you said?
Sorry?
It's 6 of them.
And there's 4 of us.
6 of who?
Oh, is
Of
it
the
like is it a city
No.
or is it a
Oh.
town?
I never said the amount of lizard men.
And so they're just our lizards.
The only numbers I said recently was it's one all.
Oh,
Well, we could be outnumbered here.
104. Yes.
Would you like to try and see how many lizard men there are?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so who wants to look for this? I feel Ebchar can't do this because he's supporting Torek, but everyone else, if you'd like to roll, you can.
Support my friends.
D20?
D20. D20 intelligence observation. Sorry, intelligence perception, sorry.
I only have who have the highest. I have only +1 in perception.
You can still roll.
Yeah, but-
Intelligence perception?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, +4.
Oh, I got +4.
Okay.
Oh.
One of yous.
We both roll?
Yeah, you can both roll.
How can you?
So +4.
Can I still roll?
Add 4 to whatever you roll.
6.
Can I roll 2?
You can roll, but add 1.
6.
Yeah. Okay.
That's including my 4.
17.
So 18.
6.
No, 17 in total. 17.
So, despite both of you having slightly better positions, Torek, because he's on Ebchar's shoulders,
He's got advantage.
kind of
Yeah.
sees
It's
everything.
thanks to be on your.
He notices there's probably about 20 lizard men, but they're in groups of 5. So you've got one group up on the nearest walkway, you've got one group up on the furthest walkway, you've got one group surrounding the furthest tower,
Are they
and
wearing
one...
any sort of armour or
Are you asking me that or him
like
that?
a choker? I'm asking.
Yeah.
A choker?
Maybe like a.
It's 4, that's 2.
Woo!
Not really indie goth girls.
Do they like
yeah.
Fleetwood Mac?
But we should stay together.
I will say,
I'm gonna
yes, they are wearing armour.
What sort of armour are they wearing?
Male armour. They've got swords by their side, most of them. Most of them are wearing helms as well. But a few of them are kind of like below the waterline, a few of them are above. And they're relatively relaxed currently.
How far from
I think
us are they?
So-
give me a fit
Have they got
distance.
Do
Tierra?
you know right?
Yeah, wait.
Crocodiles.
Right, so how far away from the portal are we? Tierra.
Roll an intelligence observation check for me. Just Brim.
Observation.
Sorry, perception.
I'd say please once in a while.
It's alright.
Only for you.
17.
In total? Okay, so you've looked around and you can see what Ula saw earlier.
Oh, shit.
So you can see the walkways at the front, the walkways at the back, the lizardmen surrounding the furthest away tower and the closest tower. And the closest tower is a lot taller and it's got a cracked roof. And within that cracked roof, you can see at least the top corner of a cage.
That's got Tierra.
Wow.
Is there any chance we can sneak past this?
Oh,
Oh, the roof is
Hang
cracked.
on.
We get
Right,
in the roof.
Yeah, I
Should we
reckon
go
we try and
sneakily?
sneak
can
past
anyone
them
fly?
and then
Yeah.
get to the tower. I don't think we want to
we
make
can't.
I
Yeah.
don't think we want to make a scene right now.
I don't think we could win.
I
Yeah.
think I'm going
Groups
to
of 5
use
lizards, that's a lot.
invisibility level 3.
Would you like to tell everyone about invisibility level 3?
Touch a creature and they become invisible for an hour, all until they attack or cast a spell. Oh, until they attack or cast a spell. It can be cast at level 3 with being able to turn 2 creatures invisible.
So you would like to turn 2 of the party invisible.
Yeah.
I wouldn't turn me invisible because I can turn into
Oh,
a
sorry,
beast
it's
and I can
it's
turn
me
into a
and-
lizard.
It's me and Torek.
That's right.
It's a very bold assumption you've had there.
I thought you couldn't do yourself.
Now the boys at the back are saying
Ah, okay.
invisible.
He can do it to himself, yeah. Well, I mean, can you touch yourself?
Touch myself
Yeah.
every day.
He can touch himself. So Ebchar is trying to make Torek and Ebchar
No, I'm not trying.
invisible. That's fine. Roll a d10 for me,
Sweet as.
just to tell me its effectiveness. It is this one here,
I got it.
the kind of diamond one with the big 0 on it.
Yeah, this one.
0.
Zero. 0.
7.
That's fine. Okay.
Not bad.
Yeah, it's good. Okay, so that's what you guys are doing.
Okay. I'm gonna turn into a
Just
lizard.
talk amongst
So
yourselves.
you're doing
I'm doing my beast.
animal shape.
Yeah, my
Oh,
wild
it's
shape.
Wild shape, yeah.
So
So
I can
especially because
assume the shape of a beast that I've seen
both the
before twice
partners
per short rest.
Okay.
I can stay in it for an hour before reverting back to normal.
What beast are you turning into?
The lizard. So I'm gonna like.
What
try-
lizard? Like a small lizard or like a lizard man
Like
or?
the lizard man, because I'm gonna try.
You're turning into a proper like lizard man.
What about a swamp shark?
Well, how am I gonna get to the tower if I'm?
That's fine. We can do either.
I'm just debating whether it's better for me to turn into
No,
like a
but-
tiny lizard or be a lizard man.
Oh, fly. I know the
But
way.
if
The
I'm
thing
a
is,
lizard-
if you're
if
a
I'm a
lizard
lizard,
man, that
that's-
might attract their attention.
Yeah, but also if
you're
I'm a lizard, that's
If you're
not
a
going to be
lizard
very
girl.
helpful for an hour. What am I going to do as a lizard?
You can turn back whenever you like.
I can turn back whenever I like.
Yeah.
You can stay for an hour. Doesn't mean you have
The
to.
longest amount of time you can stay for is an hour.
Okay, so I want to get past as
A lizard.
we want to be as like quiet as possible, or like
Yeah.
I'll be a lizard.
Well, then you.
One lizard.
Okay. Ula, what are you doing?
Well, I don't know. I don't have much. I could bless you guys, maybe.
Yeah, that could be helpful. Yeah.
Bless up to 3 creatures of your choice within a 30-foot range.
1, 2, 3.
They receive an extra D4 for an attack roll or saving throw during their next turn.
Yeah. What? Hey.
That means whenever we enter combat, if Ula does that to you, all of you get an extra D4 to whatever you roll.
The swamp witch is coming. Is coming.
So
Yeah.
So I'm blessing you before you go on your.
Definitely.
So
Yeah.
you're going to
Easy
stay
event.
where
So
you
would you kind of stay on the peripheral,
Yeah.
peripheral,
I don't
if
think
you
I
will?
I can do
To
much
keep
else.
watch, I suppose, and
Yeah, I'll
Don't know how you
burn. I'll
let
burn
us
some
know.
incense.
How
and
far
chill
away
out
is
for a
this
bit.
tower from where?
So where you are, it's probably about 60 foot away from where you
What's
are.
that, meters?
I can find out.
not far.
Everything in
About
D&D
10
randomly
miles.
is done in foot.
Yeah,
I don't know
that's
why.
not feet at all.
Not far. 60 foot's not far.
No.
No, it's not. Yeah, it's fair. It's alright.
60 foot in meters is 18.2 meters.
Oh, so it's not that far away.
Yeah, it's like
That's the nearest tower, and that is the tallest tower as well.
And that's,
That's the one with the
cage.
kraken. Yeah.
I could probably jump that high.
Yeah.
So Ula, what are you doing?
So the two tough guys are going invisible to the tower.
Oh shit.
60 feet jump.
Right. Okay. So we've got one lizard, two invisible boys.
Mm.
What are you doing?
Hashtag Queen
Ah.
Lizzie.
Well, yeah.
What you doing now?
Yeah, what are you doing?
I'll have to bless you and just
Smoke a joint?
chill out, yeah.
So you're taking a laid back approach.
Well, yeah, I don't know.
The problem is, he doesn't have any ally with him, and that's how
It's
it
alright.
works.
What are you doing?
So you got two like attacking
He's
people
invisible.
going with you.
Yeah, you're being turned invisible. What are you doing?
We're getting to the tower, bitch.
The thing is, I need to make a move. Yeah, we need to. We have 4 packs of 5, is it?
Yeah.
We need to walk towards one first, or not?
Wait,
because
what? Sorry,
You
what
want
you
to
say?
sneak them past them.
Yeah, we're invisible.
Yeah, we're
we don't
sneaking
give a
past
shit.
them.
We're gonna walk straight past it.
there's only one tower to reach.
Yeah.
There are 2 towers.
Yeah, but we need to get to the one that has a cage in, because that's, I see
Yeah.
you've got Betty in.
How far away from the tower now?
60 foot.
Say, oh,
80
80
metres.
meters.
We just discussed this.
Well, remember
sorry.
the guy who could hear.
Thanks, guys. I'm glad you listened to me.
Oh, it's okay. Right.
Is there nothing you can do to make Ryan, like,
Yeah.
invisible?
No, but
We could have got
No.
I've got all this.
No, and I don't care to.
I don't want him to come.
I'll wait.
no,
I mean, you can, Ryan.
hold
You
on.
can, Ula can try and sneak by.
Let me
I can bless you
hold
before you
on.
go. And I'll wait for you.
Or you could create a distraction.
Hold on.
The lizard make him chase you.
Oh, that's true.
So
Chase me.
Chase me, chase me.
Over here.
it's only 1 minute. Right. What I can
Disguise
do?
yourself as a loving lady lizard.
Yeah, I've got a disguise kit.
Yeah, charming.
A lovely lady lizard.
Yeah.
What I can do? Yeah, but we
Switch my tail.
can team up on that one.
Play da da da.
Ba-da-da-da.
Cool.
I'll leave some of them away.
No, but
Gauge yours.
That's why I think I could help you. I have my stone, like my precious stone,
Yeah.
to summon a clone of myself.
Okay.
So I could summon it just to draw some attention away.
Okay.
The thing is, Voik, we don't want to get into
Wait.
any
The invi-
battles
yeah.
because then you won't be invisible anymore.
The invisibility stops when you cast a spell.
Yeah, but it's not a spell. It's not a spell.
It's not.
It's
be
an
fair.
action.
It's not.
Okay.
The stone itself casts a spell. You do not. You do not cast a
So the
spell.
stone will become not invisible.
Yes.
It'll be a floating stone.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, what?
Completely right. Yeah, completely right.
So it wouldn't be because it's a clone of myself. It would be invisible.
The clone would not be invisible,
No, exactly.
and the stone would not be invisible.
Yeah.
But they'll see a floating stone where you are. 'Cause
Yes.
You're invisible with the stone.
Unless-
as well.
You are invisible.
Yeah.
Your clone and the stone will not be invisible.
Unless I put it on the floor.
Unless Lewis casts invisibility on the stone as well.
No, it's only two
Ah.
items. Two
I don't know what
It says
you can do.
specific creatures.
No.
I think we should just let Ryan sort himself out. You know?
Yeah.
Why are we worrying about him?
I like the idea of him, like.
Yeah.
We've got our plan.
I feel Ula could probably work something out.
Shall I bless you guys before you go?
Definitely.
Yes.
And if things get hairy, I'll do the old.
Okay, say to us, bless again.
Oh, bless.
The office.
I can do level 1 bless.
Or a level. How many levels can it have?
What's your level 2 ones like?
I've got a level 2 bless.
What? Tell us level 2 bless.
Well, it says see level 1 description. I think it's the same.
No, well, it won't be the same. It will be higher level.
Okay. Shall I read bless level 1?
Yeah, go for it.
Yes.
Bless up to 3 creatures of your choice within a 30-foot range. They receive an extra d4 for an attack roll or saving throw during their next turn. You can do this at level 2 and 3, adding extra 1 person per slot level you cast at. So 4 people for level 2.
So it's 1d
Five
per
for
slot level.
So I can use a level 1. It's just 2 of you,
Okay.
I think.
Why am I not being blessed?
Because we don't like you.
I'm a usually lizard.
I'll bless the invisible.
But
Yeah.
shit, I have one thing to do as well. So you can bless us.
Yeah.
I love the crickets.
Then you'll get a higher
Just
attack
like-
on your neck.
I found new music for this one,
This
by
is
the
really
way.
gonna fuck up your sport for
Oh my god, yeah, I know.
Most played song of the year.
Don't I know
Crickets
it?
in a field.
Don't I know it?
What's it
Crickets
actually
in a
called?
swamp.
What's it actually called?
This is actually called, I think it's literally crickets in the swamp. Hang on.
It's in the swamp.
Actually, I could not bless you.
Crickets and frogs in the
The
swamp
thing is, I don't
at
think
night.
I don't think it needs to bless the invisibles.
Yeah, you guys go. If it gets hairy, I'll do disguise.
Yeah,
Is it-
sick.
So you're not going to do anything?
Nah, I'll leave them to it.
Cool.
You'll just chill. Okay, right, that's fine.
Alright.
So you're gonna all try and go to the tallest close tower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we
I'm
could
saying-
split up and look for clues.
It's actually helpful that I'm a lizard because lizards are good at climbing, right?
Yeah, they've got sticky
They are.
socks and tops.
Yeah.
So,
Okay,
I'm
so
saying-
Suction cups.
What's right? So everyone roll a d20 for me.
Yeah.
where's my D20?
12?
12, 7,
13.
13,
15.
15. Okay, Ula, you go first. What you do?
I'm gonna stay where I am, and if things get hairy, I can do the whole
Okay.
disguise.
Torek, what you do?
I'm gonna walk.
Could we see each other, seeing as though I cast it?
Yeah,
on
yeah,
You know,
you guys can see each other.
Can I see them?
No.
Okay.
What I'm gonna do, because my walking is 25 feet.
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk like towards the tower for
I
now.
will.
Okay.
Like generally that's my move for now.
That's fine. That's
I
fine.
walk towards the tower.
You just want to walk towards the tower?
Yeah.
Okay. Could you make a dexterity stealth check for me?
But surely, if we're invisible, we don't need to be stealthy.
Could you still
I'm
hear
on
you?
-1 regardless.
You are walking through swamp water. The swamp water comes up
I'm
to
on
your.
-1.
That's
Might knock over like
Well, I thought you said it
Priceless
was
Bar, doesn't
it was above water, like the
No,
last
well,
one.
where you was, but you're going into a swamp now.
Oh.
No, well, we're going into the town.
No one's asked me
No, you said
It's
you
not a
were
town.
describing the place that it's situated above water, like the previous town was.
where you were. You didn't ask me where you were going. You asked me where you were.
No, this is what you said when you described the city.
No, I said there was swamp water there.
When you described the towers, I thought we were in
Yeah,
town.
when you said that,
I thought we were in the town.
There's no town.
when
I
you
thought we
described
were-
the towers, you implied
We were on land.
we were on land or
You were on land. You were on land when you were looking at the towers. The towers aren't in land. You didn't ask me that.
Ah.
So towers are. That's alright, lizards can
The towers
swim,
have
right?
water around them.
Lizards can swim. I think. Lizards can do everything.
The only thing I will say, you're still invisible, but you've got kind of like things coming out from you. So what was your stealth check?
-1, but do I need to roll it?
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
If you drink one good stealth, you might be able to
What is it?
Yeah.
What is 1 minus 1?
do. Oh shit,
You're
that
very
was
loud and
awful.
visible, but
Right, we'll get to that in a minute. Right, okay.
Splash.
Okay,
Time for
Bryn,
me to-
what are you doing?
It's time for me because I'm going down.
Yeah, you are.
Recently bought a house.
Shit,
Yeah.
It's been
Uh,
twice already.
I'm gonna swim
Yeah.
really quickly to the tower.
What's your movement distance?
Movement distance. It doesn't say.
It
Where's
does
it
on the main sheet.
Main sheet. That's not the main sheet. This one.
Yep,
Movement distance.
right at the top.
35-foot walking.
That's fine.
Yeah.
We'll just say it's the same as your.
So I'm gonna swim really quickly to the tower
I'm gonna not make you roll for that because it's a little lizard.
and hopefully get up the top.
Okay.
Lots of little lizards are in the
Okay.
swamp. Ebchar, what are you doing?
I'm following my mate. We're going to the tower. Invisible gang.
Okay, could you do the same thing for me? Could you make a dexterity stealth check?
Dexterity. Stealth. 11.
Okay, cool.
That's better.
Right, so what happens is this.
Better than a 0, yeah. Thanks for clarifying.
How the fuck did you roll a
Ryan,
0,
get ready,
by
we're
the
out to
way?
the,
I have -1 and I rolled 1.
You're mad, mate. Right, okay.
It's not my fault, mate. Don't put that
Bryn as a lizard, kind of, I would say she's a water lizard, so she's just jumping on top of the water.
Inconspicuous. No,
Very inconspicuously. No lizardman even blinks at this.
Fantastic.
Ula's there in the shadows, kind of watching everything. And Ebchar wades through the water at a very kind of slow pace.
You right?
Sorry.
You okay, bud?
Yeah. Sorry.
What were you looking at?
In this hole up here, I was wondering if there was another room.
No, it's not. No, it's
Oh,
events.
it's a bit
So that's event, that's event, that's event, and that's
That was like a
event.
spooky, scary room. Like,
Fritzl.
Nah, no
I've got
rooms.
an echo, like,
We
Oh,
could
don't.
smoke weed in your basement because you're.
Hey.
No, we couldn't smoke weed in my basement.
yeah, we could try. It's got ventilation.
No,
Yeah.
we couldn't. Because I say no and I think it's funny.
I thought we could just go outside, you know.
You could
Go
go-
to the
I mean,
kids,
I-
don't think they'll mind.
A lot easier, I feel, to go outside. Anyway, you're moving through the water,
Oh, that's so-
and Torek is moving through the water with you. Torek then stumbles on a root from a nearby mangrove tree that's going through the water, and the nearby lizard men three of them hear a kind of splash.
Weird thing to hear in a swamp.
But they
in the
can't
swamp.
see me though.
They can't see
They
you
can't
now.
see you. Might
They
be
hear a
stuck
nearby
there.
splash.
Shit.
So they, three lizard men of the nearby troop look over
Boom!
and looking. Ebchar, at this point, you, because you can see Torek, are holding Torek completely still, slightly above the
Is he
water
still on my
line.
back?
You're not on his back.
No, he's
Wait,
on my
wait.
shoulders still, surely.
Wait, were you doing this on his shoulders?
No,
I'm
he's on
on
my
his
shoulders.
Were you doing this whole thing on his shoulders?
Yeah,
We're
we
holding
never
his
dismounted.
Okay, fine. You've both gone across the water. I'm really
Well,
sorry.
transform.
I didn't realise you were both still on the shoulders.
I've got to be touching him to make
I'm
him-
retconning this slightly. You're going on the shoulders. You don't have to like touch him to make him invisible. You can just do that.
No, it says that.
You're halfway
It
across.
says I must be touching him.
Does it really?
Yeah, but probably not while.
You must touch them to do invisibility.
Not to keep
Cast
them
the spell.
invisible.
Yeah, you have to keep touching them to do invisibility.
definitely
You're
not.
invisible.
But he was already touching me.
It's all-
He's still
it's all
touching me.
That's fine. That's fine. Okay, so you're both going across the water. It's going absolutely swimmingly.
Hey! I love all the puns tonight.
Thank you. You're going across and you accidentally trip over a mangrove root. Torek fucking stacks it from the top of your shoulders. You can see him because you can see each other invisible. No one else can see him. You see him flip over the top of you and fall into the water.
This front flip.
Not quite. It's not quite a triple axel from the base of the river. It's not quite a triple axel, but you know,
Not quite.
it's still good. Anyway, three lizards notice
I like, have you
splash.
seen that? I'm sorry. Have you seen that meme where that woman with dwarfism gets pushed off a boat and it makes
Yeah.
like a little wall?
Like the little splish.
So I
Yeah,
imagine that.
it's really good.
Anyway, let's go.
So three lizard men are alerted to the presence. Bryn, what are you doing now?
Climbing up tower.
Climbing up tower.
So you've gone 35 foot.
Yeah.
You can get to the tower and you can climb up 10 foot. You can't like climb up the entire tower
Yeah.
in this go.
But surely it's Ryan's go first.
That's
Yeah, but
my-
Ryan's staying where he is.
My goal. I
Keeping
just
an eye out.
want to
Yeah.
climb up the tower.
Okay, so you've started climbing up the tower. That's
It's
fine.
It's Torek's go before Bryn's, isn't it?
I feel like
No,
I've got
it
plenty
goes
of time.
Ula,
We're
Bryn,
still
and
the
you, then you.
Lads at the back.
So you're still staying in the same place?
Can I like what's happening? Any lizards getting suspicious?
Yes, three.
Three of them have heard the splashing noise, but no one's doing anything.
I don't
Alright.
need to do anything.
I'll chill out then.
Okay. Bryn's climbing the tower. What are you two doing?
Go for herbalism.
We're gonna walk to the tower. We're gonna get there.
You're still walking. Okay, right.
I'm already on 2 failures. On the next one, I'm dead. Aren't I?
What?
Failure? No, never.
No, that's for death saving throws.
Ah, okay.
Don't worry.
Imagine you just rolled shit twice.
You're
I'll let you
dead.
right now.
You're dead.
Go home.
You're so dead. Leave.
I would literally like walk
That
on
would be the most brutal like dungeon.
I'd see you at work and like morning, dead boy.
decided to kick you out.
Nah, you're all good, honestly.
Alright,
So you guys are going to the tower, yeah?
Just a
Yeah.
question. Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Right. So you're exploring the base of the tower and you see like a small door at the bottom and you go through it.
How tall is the tower?
The tower's probably about 25 foot up.
about 10 metres, we'll call that.
Just over 10 metres.
No, that's going to be about 9 metres.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, around 10 metres, Mark.
Yeah,
I like to be accurate.
Even 8. It's about 4 times, I think.
I don't know.
4 me's,
Yeah.
if you want to think.
I think going through the door would be quite... Maybe we should make it like a loud noise to see if people come out.
Oh, have you got third?
No, so we don't open the door ourselves. Because if we open the door ourselves, that would alert them that someone's there.
Have you got thaumaturgy? So
I
you can
do,
open
yeah.
doors.
Can I?
We have crystal
Yeah, I
detection.
think so. Cause an unlocked door or window
To
to
slam
slam
open
or
and
shut.
shut.
Yeah, if you do that, then it could like alert people. Well, actually, no, because that would alert people to the tower.
I want to make a distraction.
Okay.
But if I start a battle, that will make me not invisible.
Do you want to roll me an intelligence intelligence investigation check
Like a
roll
heist.
quickly for me? On D20, Lou.
7. I haven't said I'm doing anything yet.
That's fine.
I'll
So
do
okay, right. I'll give you the bare bones. So you're going into a tower,
Yeah.
and you want to cause a distraction.
Yeah.
There's another tower 10 foot across, and you were gonna do thaumaturgy, which
What's the
opens.
tower made of?
It opens doors. Which these are all things that you know, so I think I can say them. You'll buy another tower, and the spell you were gonna do opens doors.
Yeah, but I don't want to open the door because I want them to open the door. There's someone inside, I know it.
You have another tower next to you. Your spell can open doors.
I'm actually not following at all. Look.
The tower you want to go in,
Yeah.
there's another tower next to it.
Okay.
Your spell can open doors.
Yeah. So
Yeah, but
basically,
if I do a spell, I won't be
Look.
invisible anymore.
Look,
True.
with your spell, you open the other door, so it's gonna draw attention, and why the other...
Yeah, but then they all come outside and I'm stood there. I'm not invisible anymore.
You can still hide.
Because, and also, you're gonna open the other door to draw attention, and while the attention is on the other tower, we go into the other tower.
Or
You don't have to. How far away from the door do you have to be to open it? So like you
Was
can
it
hide,
where you were
open the door,
going?
then they all run there,
Was it where you were going?
If
and
they see
then when
you-
they're running, you go in.
yeah, let's do that.
If they see you with like a lovely lizard lady distract them.
Yeah.
That's always a backup.
Are we just going with trans Ryan for this entire run?
Maybe Ryan can be the distraction. Ryan,
Yeah.
this is the distraction.
Ryan comes out from the shadows like,
Ryan.
hello boys!
Yeah, no.
What you see? Like what you see?
This disguise kit doesn't.
Yeah, this is what we're doing. We're hoping that Ryan's amazing disguise is gonna lure people out of the building.
Ryan, is that what's happening?
That's
Wait,
actually
put on
quite a
that-
good
put on
shout.
that music,
Do you
the
need
strip
those
one.
guys now?
We need,
I
yeah,
think it's called the
now.
stripper.
yeah,
Now's the
definitely now is the time.
Yeah.
See if it works.
Hang on.
I'm sure it's called the stripper. I think it's like David Rose or something.
Cedra. What?
Just nice.
Did I try?
Okay, nice.
So out of the shadows of the mangrove,
Cooey boy!
a very sexy lizard lady comes out of nowhere, flipping her legs on the assorted trunks, flipping her hair, her tail around another lizard man's neck and pulling her close.
Oh my god!
And then goes, "Ha, catch me if you can, boys," and runs off into the undergrowth.
Cool.
And there was 2 groups of 5 lizard men there. Both groups of them run off
A very sexy display for now.
after you, Ula.
Like, does the door open? They're like, come on, boys. Big change.
I'm really sorry. Hang on, where's that? I've genuinely fucked the music here. Hang on. Yes, the door does open.
Right, we can go inside. Yeah, hey.
Oh, right.
The door opens. Ula is isolated, and
Go, 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 go.
Go, go. We're going in!
All three of you can go in while Ula is being chased by 10 lizard men.
Yeah.
Wait, I can't go in. I'm still trying to climb up. The
You're
top.
like-
Oh, sorry, yes, you're right, okay. We'll say... Right, okay. So, Ebchar, Torek, you two climb the stairs,
Hey.
and you get up into the room at the top where you can see the break in the wall is. At the same time, you, Bryn, as a lizard,
Climb to top.
come up at the apex of the wall and look in. The first thing you can see is the bottom of a cage. The first thing you two can see is the inside of a room that is quite clearly fucked as hell. You can see there's a shelf of floating books on the wall. Each of the books you can see is written in like a red font that you Ebchar is pretty sure is written in blood. There are two places where windows are meant to be, but the windows are just smashed out. There are slight remains of glass in the like the corners, but there's nothing else there.
Witchy.
There's a pentagram in the middle of the floor, next to a boiling cauldron. There are 5 candles next to the 5 points.
Is it bubbly?
It may be the witch place.
I don't know.
There are 2 chests in the room at opposite ends of the room. Both the locks have skulls on them,
Young.
with rubies studded into where the eyes are.
Remember?
Oh yeah, I've got that skeletal skull.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are candles occasionally floating around the room just because it's quite dark in there.
Okay.
And above everything, there is a cage about 10 foot up, rocking
Oh.
slightly in the wind.
So there's a cage in the
What's in the
tower too.
cage?
You and Bryn are in the same room.
Oh.
What's in the cage?
Roll me an intelligence investigation check.
Intelligence investigation.
And anyone else that wants to do this that's in the room can do that.
Yes, I think we should. You can't because
Wait, what am I doing?
Intelligence investigation.
Okay.
you're on the door of being
I
raped.
really need to be as well.
Oh.
22.
Intelligence investigation.
22.
Yeah, I just rolled a 19.
Okay.
Intelligence investigation.
I think I've sorted it, guys.
10.
I don't have investigation. Oh yes.
You do?
7.
+7.
No, yeah, I just have 7 altogether.
Oh, fair.
I had +3, but
2 of you look up into that. I won't tell you which 2, but 2 of you look up into that, and you see a slumped shape, kind of covered in rags.
Do you reckon that's
One of you looks up into there,
Begin with round.
and just because of your demonic heritage, your eyes are slightly more attuned to the dark.
I've got dark vision as well.
yeah, me too.
You do, but yours is slightly better than everyone else's. And just from the sheer amount of time you've been with her, you can make out the limp body of Tierra Goldenbow,
Limp.
the adventurer of your party that has been left.
What? Hey! We found her! Chang, chang! Well, I'm glad we found her. No, you got it. Did you actually get that all?
basically all of it? I didn't get the first bit. I just sent it to Betty.
Hello, boys!
I didn't get the bit where it like first I only got up. I was like too slow, but
Too school for cool.
yeah. Oh, Spotify is really gonna be fun. We've got that blended playlist where like it updates.
Oh, yeah.
With, like what you
Is it
both
full of
listen to.
these?
Like, it's, every so often I'll be in my car because I put it on and then just start like tavern music. I'm like, okay, well, guess I'm driving to tavern music.
Well, hey!
Betty says she wishes she was here. Have you seen Jumanji, the new one?
I love Jumanji.
So
Yeah. Jumanji's one of my favourite things.
Because that's what always makes me think of that.
Yeah.
Alright, sexy lizard?
Yeah.
Sexy lizard lady. You're gonna get shagged by 20.
Oh my god, it's gonna be like a gangbang.
For the team!
let's.
This is going to sound
Lie back and think of it.
That's more how team building looks like.
You're gonna fuck them all.
No, I'm sure there's a spell.
Frantically looking like I'm sure there's a spell.
Erase memory. Unfuck.
Unfuck.
Unfuckianus.
If only we had that spell.
Shield of Faith, without it. Mending.
Oh.
They've added Django Unchained to Netflix today.
I saw.
Good movie.
I need to watch it again for the 40th time.
I've only seen it once.
Okay.
So you can read our Bible.
Right.
Alright, let's go. Alright.
So, a few of you can see the inside of the tower in which the cage is in. One of you is currently being pursued by 10 lizard men.
Exit pursued by 10 lizard men.
Oh, I don't think that's me.
And there's one of you whose name is Uliava Perevin.
What?
That young man over there.
Hello.
Ula,
Hey boy!
what do you do?
Keep running.
You
Run
can
back
keep
to the
running if you
tavern.
I
like.
don't want to stop, to be honest.
What's your movement distance? You've got a 10-foot head start on them, just so you know.
Okay, I got 10-foot walking.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
No, 30.
Oh, 30.
Yeah.
So you've got 30 foot in total, is what.
Oh.
Yeah.
And you want to run back to where you came from.
No, because that would lead Liz's back. I want to keep going.
Yeah.
Where I'm going is that the swamp.
You are just at this point. You would be currently just running out of the clearing.
Can I run back to where that big crocodile was? And they
Yeah.
Oh, great idea!
He's finished laughing.
If I like
Do you
jump
see
out
who's
the way.
laughing now?
Ula, you run into the clearing where the very fast flowing river was that saw off Nenny and Eris. And you, just using your magical Fey abilities, take an extra step over it and jump over it. The lizard men, just being, strong in body just because they're lizard men, just swim over it, all of them just going through. And you're running through the undergrowth. And you get to the clearing where a giant crocodile, you can just see, has rolled off of its back and onto its stomach and is staring 11 lizard folk, 10 men and 1 woman,
Making it lit.
One
in the eye.
One woman.
The men are more meaty, can I just add that?
One woman.
And on that note, we will go to everyone else in the cabin.
I
Now,
feel like the music needs to change because there's
It's a
serious
cabin
shit
band.
now. There's a pentagon, there's some witchy stuff going on.
I'm only so good, Sabrina.
Catch me, boys.
Now we'll go
Come and get me.
Bryn,
Right, do I
Ebchar,
We'll
and
wait
Torek.
We'll wait
So
for
where-
Torek.
We can go Bryn, Ebchar, and Torek, so we can still go you two first and then him.
I'm sure Torek will
Wait.
want to know what's
So
happening.
Tiara is not in the cage.
Tierra is
Torek.
in. Well, you haven't looked yet. You know there's a body in there, but you haven't looked.
In the cage.
Yes.
Okay.
I rolled a 22. I think I know if there's a body in the cage or not.
You
Living
rolled a 22 in observation
I'm a
around the room.
lizard. I can get into the cage, can't I? Because I'm small.
Yeah.
Yes.
And somehow.
Oh, I can unpick. How many locks are on this cage?
Only one.
Oh, well, lucky be you.
Okay, so we're gonna go Bryn, we're gonna go Ebchar, and then we're gonna go Torek.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna go into the cage, and then somehow, don't know how, pull off the rag and see who it is.
Yeah, like that.
There's no rag covering them. You're in the cage.
Oh wait, it says no rag covering the person.
They're just in the cage.
I thought who was it? Who was under a rag?
No one.
You said someone was under a rag, and
I said you can see a. I said you can see a body in the cage.
yeah, but you said someone was under a rag, and we didn't know who it was, and I said, oh, that's bound to be Tierra. You did.
I thought we saw Tierra. Anyway.
I thought Tierra was in the...
Okay, there's a rag that you just pull off, and then Tierra is underneath it.
Hey!
Found her.
What? Hey.
Okay. I'm not going to turn into a human again because I'll be stuck in the
Would you
cage,
Would you
won't
like to
I?
do anything else with your girl, or
She'd be like, oh fuck, it's a lizard.
Have you got any
she's
herbs or
completely
something?
unconscious?
I can't wake her up, can I?
Wake me up inside.
Can't wake up.
Have you seen the video of Goofy singing that song?
Wake me up.
Wake me up.
Save me.
Wake me up inside.
I was the one that showed you that.
No, you weren't.
Was I not?
I'm sure I showed you that. I saw that like years ago.
I thought I showed you that.
No.
Shoddy, I don't mind.
Surely I don't mind.
How
You think this is a shocking game? Where's my shocking money?
How do you see it? Anyway, what am I doing? I feel like I need to come out and turn back into a human now. I think
You can do that as a bonus action.
But if I do that, I'm stuck inside the cage.
But I can open the cage.
I don't think
So
it's going to be that easy.
I think Tierra needs some help.
Oh shit, yeah.
I don't have any healing things. Do you have
Yeah,
any
but we
healing
can't wake up
things?
Tierra anyway. She's unconscious.
What?
She won't be able to wake up.
Tiara is completely unconscious.
No, we need to try to get her out of the cage.
Yeah, okay, so I don't really want to be stuck in a cage if anything goes wrong. So I'm gonna lizard out,
You're gonna skadoosh out.
turn into my normal.
Okay, that's fine. Ebchar, your turn.
Well, I guess it doesn't really matter now. I am going to use your heart to find the truth.
Oh.
Only at the bottom
So
of your
wise.
heart the truth lives.
What are you going to use?
Wake me up inside.
Knock.
Okay, would you like to tell everyone what
Choose
knock
a locked
does?
thing of any description within 60 feet. Then it is unlocked.
Oh.
A magic lock spell is repressed for 10 minutes upon use. If something has more than one lock, only one lock is undone. When a spell is cast, a loud double knocking sound is heard up to 300 feet away.
Oh, fair play. If we, I mean, at some point we have no 300 choices.
Yeah, man, that's quite a lot.
So you cast knock on the cage that Tierra is in?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
The door of the cage just swings open. Absolutely no problem at all. Do you want to do anything else, or do you want to move, or?
I'm gonna change the colour of my eyes now.
You can do that,
Yeah,
weirdly.
That's why I was looking at it.
What level slot is knock, by the way?
2.
Okay.
I'm going to.
How many spell slots do you have at 2? Is it 3?
3. Yeah.
Okay.
What sort of cage is it? Is it a metal cage? Would you say?
It's a metal cage, yes.
I'm going to use heat metal in an attempt to wake her up. Choose a metal object within 60
don't
feet.
think she's
Anything
gonna
touching
wake up,
this
she's
receives
unconscious.
2d8 fire damage.
She touched their cage.
If anything or anyone is still touching this when your next turn comes around, you can roll 2d8 damage again as
But
a bonus
you
action.
will kill her.
No,
Yeah, you're
but
gonna kill her.
no, but she will awake. If she's getting burned, she's going to go, "Ooh."
Do you have to roll a spell attack on it, or can you just do it?
I think
Yeah,
I can
it's
just do it.
2d5.
Okay.
No?
So it's 2d5 fire damage, yeah?
2d8 fire damage.
Oh, 2d8.
That will definitely wake her up, I'm saying.
Yeah. We'll wake her up and.
Wake her up inside.
I think we might be killing her, I'm not saving her.
Yeah, well, I've got a big tab at the moment.
Okay, right. So 2d8 fire damage, please, Ebchar.
Oh, can I do that? Yes.
Yeah, of course you
I
can.
want low numbers, please. 6.
Okay.
4.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Tierra does not wake up. and she smells- And she smells slightly singed from the burning flesh that's on the bottom of the.
Maybe she's under a
Why wouldn't she wake up? That's not her, I'm telling you. It's not her.
under a
That's it.
spell.
That's
Torak.
a decoy.
What are you doing?
Deep sleep.
So we have the cage open in front of us now.
Yeah, the cage door is open.
Yeah, why just
Tierra is slightly singed at the bottom of the cage.
And she smells it a bit of.
She smells gross and
fried
meaty.
chicken. Okay.
That's delicious.
Smell
Of
burning
grilled
flesh.
chicken. Okay, right. In that case, I think that So she just got like grilled a little bit.
She got charred, yes.
Yeah. So
She got Ebchar. Lewis, have inspiration again.
This has been so good.
Is she good enough to eat?
Finger looking good.
Ula, you are not in this arena. You cannot tell if Tierra is good enough to eat.
But I can dream.
You can dream as a raunchy lizard woman. You can. What would you like to do, Ebchar? Torek.
We need to try to just to take her out of the cage, and to carry her out of the cage in the tower. No. Yeah, that's my point. That's my plan.
I don't think it's.
So you want to go into the cage, get her, and then go out?
Yes.
I have to say,
Okay.
I think this is a trap.
It's a rubbish
Right.
idea.
That's fine.
Because
So
Yeah, she might be in the other tower.
No, because I'm just saying, I think this is a trap. Because
Doppelganger.
if you took 10 heat damage, right, you would have woken up if you were knocked out.
You
100%.
go into the
I believe
cage.
this is a decoy.
You pick up Tierra in your strong dwarven arms, and you go out of the cage again, and you land next to Ebchar, who's looking honestly quite perplexed at this point, and as is Bryn, also looking kind of confused. Across the room, all three of you hear a faint.
I mean, technically, Voigt's still invisible.
You're still.
No, because I cast a spell.
He can still hear it.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Yeah.
She knows only 2 people in this room.
Yeah, but she can still hear that noise.
Yeah.
And the three of you turn around, 2 of you visible, 1 of you on,
It's time to fight.
to see a woman with a beaky nose and dark, raggedy robes and hoods and
What was
sleeves.
this Tierra that like picked up?
Tierra is still in Torek's arms.
Okay, so it is Tierra then.
You were in the...
And there's another woman
I reckon that's the witch.
with a big old nose, sunken cheeks,
Yeah, is this
green
it?
skin.
Sounds like a green witch to me.
Is she up to Haggery?
Some would say up to Haggery.
Yeah.
And
Give
after
me some hype.
the shadows behind it are kind of flickering and turning, and
I like to pretend that my
all of you hear just a little.
When she does weird things on me.
The first thing you hear is like a really breathy
Oh, maybe she needs her enabler.
hello.
Maybe she's just
What are you doing here?
We're taking our friend back, bitch.
But
witch.
she's mine.
Who says?
Me.
Well, I think
The
we
ruler
That's
of this
Cecil.
swamp.
we disagree.
I beg to differ,
Yeah.
ma'am.
She's my property. She came through my portal.
Well, why is she in my arms?
Yeah, well,
Well, you took her from me. Which
Yeah.
means I'll. And her eyes glow green. Will take you.
well, you can't see him. He's invisible.
But she's in your arms, so they can see.
They can see a floating woman.
And this.
Thank you for somebody acknowledging that.
Sorry.
Thank you for someone acknowledging this.
Okay,
Right,
so
okay.
in that case,
I don't
sorry.
think we thought about that.
And in that case, okay.
How
I
did
changed
you
my
see
plan.
me?
In that case, I'm like, I can still levitate, and I can escape by myself.
The swamp.
Hold on, like
The swamp witch then sees a body. So what do you do to Tierra's body?
Throw her at the witch.
I just shake her around.
They see Tierra's body go from
As I
being
speak, she
carried in a normal condition to turning into a marionette puppet doing this with her arms. And it's at that point we go back to Ula.
I like this idea.
Ula, you're in a clearing with 10 other lizard men who are randy after you. You're running away and a giant crocodile has just appeared. What do you do?
Cry.
Can I do Misty Step? Jump away?
You can.
Then all the
Where would you
lizards-
like to jump to?
Like, is there a path nearby?
There's the only paths nearby are the ones where the one that you saw going into the clearing where everyone else currently is, and the place where you've just come.
The first one.
So you want to jump to the clearing?
Yeah. And
Okay.
then everyone following me will just go
They'll
right
be like,
into the
"What?"
mouth.
It's
of the
exactly what I was
crocodile.
thinking, and last moment you just
Yeah,
misty
yeah.
step
Yeah,
Like
the
you
other
said,
direction.
we misty step.
Yeah, but here you sort of run towards the crocodile and you
Yeah.
misty step the other direction. Can you do that?
Yeah. Yeah, you
Yeah.
can do that.
Sounds like
You
a
can
good
misty
plan,
step in 30 foot in any direction.
Okay.
So you want to run towards the crocodile, leading the other lizard men.
Yeah.
And then misty step in
The ones who
in
are-
towards the camp where the other guys are.
Enamored with my beauty. Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's fine.
And I'll come
That's,
out.
you,
That's
in
a
fact,
good plan.
you don't even need to roll for that. You can just do that.
Okay.
It's
Can I
quite
do a
clever.
spell?
You cast a spell. You're absolutely cheesing it across as a sexy lizard lady. The lizard men have got lizard boners chasing after you. And as you get to the lizard men, as they catch up to you and you're by the crocodile's jaws, which are about here, you turn around, wink at them and go, "Try me, boys."
See you later.
And the
fellas.
the jaws start to shut
Yeah.
as you
That's exactly what I was thinking.
misty step away back into the centre of the clearing where everyone else
Look at
is.
you, killing
Yeah.
time.
You hear from about 25 foot away just a chomping of gristle and bone and flesh
And a bit of.
and screaming of several men that had nearly followed you
We should keep
getting
a tally of how many people we
munched
kill.
up. I am, don't
Yeah.
worry.
You are?
I am
Oh,
keeping a
cool.
tally of you being all
Nice.
killed.
You got all
Now,
the statistics. At the
Bryn, it's your turn.
Right,
award
so I am a
ceremony.
human again.
So you've turned back into
an
a
elf
human.
Again, sorry. Turned into my true form.
You've turned back into an elf, yes.
So we're trying to take down this scary witch. What shall I do?
Killer.
What, try and kill her? But she'll use her magic.
No, but it's right. We need to kill her.
She's stolen.
We need to go
this person
strategically,
we know.
but now she saw us and she started to. lower our-
property,
Fight
says the
magic with
witch.
magic.
Yeah, well, we're gonna take your life.
Yeah, we're gonna take
Yeah,
her life,
bitch.
bitch. Yeah, bitch.
Yeah, and then we all high five.
Yeah, like, yeah, bitch.
Yeah, slave.
The swamp witch. The swamp witch looks directly at Ebchar. What's Ebchar doing? Is he looking back at her?
No, he doesn't value her. He's not looking.
Okay.
He's like, "Phew, we got our friend around.
Bryn, what's your turn?
Oh, I don't think that will work. I was thinking of doing dispel magic because I was like that would stop her from doing any curses, but I don't think that works because it's choose a creature, object, or magical effect within range. Any spell of level 3 or lower ends. That would end all our spells as well.
She hasn't cast any spells yet.
Yeah. Okay, so I can't really do that, can I?
I'm informed.
Which one of you did
I
what?
did that with my
that's
my
not
mind.
It's the little. It's my die for.
Yeah.
What is your who's
Zero.
No.
guys? What's your AC?
My AC?
Yeah, AC armor class.
Oh,
You
sorry.
should know that by now. 10.
Mine is ridiculous.
What does armor class mean?
14.
That's the number that someone has to roll in order to hit you.
Because I might do. I might do
No, I think-
bark skin on one of them.
It'd be underneath there.
Mike is the weakest of us two.
What slot is it?
Level
How many
2.
HP do you
Okay.
have?
How many slots do you have?
Take it. I don't care.
What?
That's
I've
being
got
nice.
3 slots.
Okay.
I'm going to do bark
Yeah, thank
skin. And I'm going to. Because it'll make it 16.
Mhm.
I'll do it to Vibe. What's yours? 10?
Yeah.
So I'll make his armor class 16.
Are you casting at level 2?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
So we're a bit of a stronger team. So
Yeah.
I like that.
Good movement. Good
Very
movement.
good, very good.
Anything else or you're all good?
I think I'm okay. I
Okay.
think we could just try and shoot her.
Yeah, shoot her as well. Why not?
Should I just shoot her as well?
Yeah.
Go on, go for
Right,
it.
I'm going to use my
If you can, you should
long
shoot.
bow and try and shoot her. Because why the fuck not?
What's the range on your longbow?
Oh, bro.
What's the minimum range?
Doesn't say.
It should say on the front sheet.
There.
Yeah.
Hit +4.
Okay, no, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, roll a d20
Yeah.
and give me that +4 modifier on it.
24.
Hey! Boom, 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 boom.
Roll. What's the
Natural
damage?
20.
What's the damage on that?
Damage 1d4 plus 2 piercing.
So roll double that.
Oh no, 1d8 plus 2 piercing.
So roll 2 d8s for me, and then add 4 to it.
That's a d8.
Yep.
Roll
Roll that twice, and then add 4 to it.
2,
6.
2, 8.
12.
8.
It's fine.
I thought it was 2 rolls and you had 4 to each.
Nah.
No, 2 rolls and that's 4 in total.
Mine worked better.
8 out of 10.
That was great. Well done. We like that.
Yeah, well done for the crit.
Critical hit.
So what happens? Would you like to explain what happens there, or would you like me to do it?
What happens where? Bark skin.
To the witch.
Oh, I'll just shoot her.
She's dead, we
Yeah,
win.
that's fine.
Yeah, I declare.
Bryn looks around at her companions, sees they're in a bit of a dire situation,
I'm not in a dire situation.
You can die straight.
and they
I'm not even here.
sees that Torek, well, the body that was manifesting Torek holding Tierra behind her, she slaps where that body would be in the center of the chest, imbuing him with strength.
Whoa.
And on the return from that, she
Sexy.
unhinges the bow from her holster on her back, notches an arrow, and changs him with about a second to ascertain the target. She beats it, and she was caught so off surprise, she ends up with an arrow straight in her shoulder.
Good, yeah. That shit get banged.
So that hurts.
It's hurt her. Ebchar.
Oh, of course it's hurt. Right.
I thought we won.
Nope.
No, I knew. But well done though, because you damaged her much more than you should have, basically.
What is she wearing?
The hag.
Yeah.
She's wearing black robes that kind of shift of their own accord.
Any more information about what she might be wearing? Any rings, necklaces, any nice shiny objects?
Nothing really. Just black robes.
She's wearing black robes.
Black robes.
No hands.
Short tights.
She likes the erotic kind of stuff. What can I say?
Maybe she's got a ball gag.
It's Prue. It's Prue from Bake Off.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I've got an idea.
Right.
You're just chilling now. You're just having a great time.
Yeah.
I'm
No,
gonna
you
play.
did a great move though.
Heat
That's thanks
metal.
to anyway,
I think we've had one.
Okay.
yeah, we've done amazing moves on that.
Yeah.
It must be said.
Are we all ready?
It's been a
Yeah,
great
yeah.
one.
Everybody.
I'm
Sorry.
doing heat metal. Choose any metal object within 60 feet. I'm going to choose the arrowhead that is in her shoulder.
Okay.
Very good idea.
This bitch doesn't sound
Anything
jacked.
touching this receives 2d8 fire damage. If anyone/thing is still touching it when your next turn comes around, you can roll 2d8 damage again
Oh, that's good.
as a bonus.
Roll
action.
2d8 for me,
Yeah, that's good,
please.
Very good idea.
That
In
is
fact, you know what?
Festering.
That was. You've already got inspiration, haven't you?
great teamwork.
Roll 3d8 for me. That was fantastic.
Next time you have a
6.
Okay.
I've got inspirations tonight. Still roll.
2.
Yeah.
5.
Ooh. You had
13.
85. Oh.
Great. Okay. Thank you.
Can I inspire that second roll?
But
No, I don't want to.
Did you put your +5, Luke?
My +5.
You had +5, no? It was 8d8 +5, no?
Yeah.
Was it 13?
Well, yeah, but only on like the initial thing. Only on the first roll.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright.
Did you did that?
Did you
Yeah,
add
you
5?
said I could roll 3, yeah. So
And did you add 5?
Yeah, but did you add +5 to the first roll?
No.
So you have
Oh, add 5 to the first roll, man.
Oh, 18, yeah.
Okay.
8.
You're so good at the team.
Backing each other up. The finger guns.
That's fine. So the shot that Bryn managed to get off, the hag almost starts laughing at you. You think something like this
But I love
Could get
I'm gonna go.
me. And she looks at you and she grabs the shaft of the arrow and she starts to pull it out from her and you can see black blood
Lovely.
starting to kind of pull out. And then she's like midway through, she just starts screaming. And she convulses and she doubles in on herself. And you turn to your right and you see Ebchar with his hand up in the air and it's just glowing a molten red. A gauntlet of molten red.
God.
And then you see a spot on the hag's shoulder lighting and lighting and lighting up. And you can see almost veins of fire going through
like that,
her shoulder and burning.
Magma.
And she's absolutely screaming. And
I
then
would be screaming, to be fair.
she gets the arrowhead and flings it out of the window.
Yeah, cool. Can't get her next turn with that.
And she's looking at you, Ebchar, with just absolute murder
Don't
in
blame
her
her.
eyes.
That's fair enough, to be honest.
Yeah, I think we pissed off.
Torak, it's your turn.
That's 30.
And you're currently holding an invisible girl.
You did 12, didn't you?
Yes.
Dunno.
So,
Arrow. How much damage did the arrow do?
8.
is there any like you know
26.
furniture in the room? Like,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a couple of chairs.
Sofa chairs and.
There's one.
lounge.
There's one chaise longue.
Oh.
There's 2 chairs,
Six.
and there's a couple of stools, and there's a couple
Yeah,
of
she's not
tables.
stupid.
Well, you know what? I think
Yeah.
Torek, even if he's not really, active sentimentally, extra, but he's still a gentleman. So I'm gonna very nicely drop. What's her name?
Tierra.
Tierra.
This random girl I've got in my hand.
On the chaise longue, so she can.
You can do that as a free action.
Oh.
Yeah, can I?
Gentleman.
Yeah.
Or is it
Yeah.
normally an action?
That's normally an action, but you can do that as a free action because I like it.
Okay. So I'm gonna be like.
You can just drop her as a free action.
On the
That's
chaise
fine.
longue.
Do you tip your fedora to her? Skibidi-ba-ba-boo! He's a scat man!
And that bitch will receive a chill touch from Torek.
So would you like to explain to everyone who doesn't know what chill touch is what chill touch is?
Within 120 feet,
Can you imagine?
make a ranged spell attack. If successful, target takes D8 necrotic damage,
Hey.
and it can't regain hit points until the start of its next turn. If target is undead, they have a disadvantage on attack roll against you until next turn.
Okay.
So she takes damage and she can't hurt me too bad because I'm still
Good.
quite.
We like that.
Okay, so you've got to roll a ranged spell attack.
Absolutely.
So give me a d20 and add whatever the modifier is to it. What's the plus?
Make a ranged spell attack. Okay, I have +5.
Okay, so whatever that is, plus 5.
23.
20, mate, perfect. Absolutely perfect.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so what's the damage roll?
So I have 2d8.
Right.
It's necrotic.
Yep, 2d8 necrotic damage.
It's
Yeah, I heard.
No, not any damage.
Just necrotic.
Necrotic.
Necrocomic mortis.
4.
It's fine, so it's 5. That's fine.
I've got inspiration.
Can I give
Oh.
an inspiration?
Yeah, but no, because it's for only 1. It's better on 20, I think. You're right.
I've still got inspiration.
At least she's necro.
I'm super
Okay,
right.
so that ends your turn?
Yes.
Okay.
What?
We cut to Ula,
Oola.
who is currently now in the middle of a clearing hearing chomping noises. What do you do?
Am I still a lizard woman?
You are still a lizard woman, yes.
You just have a costume, do you? Or are you?
Disguise Kate, yeah.
He's disguised kitted himself
Ah.
as a lizard
See if you can
woman.
get us a scale.
A scale?
Yeah.
What do you
From
mean?
the crocodile.
Oh, you
He's
really
just
want me,
teleported
don't you?
30 foot away from the crocodile.
Oh, fair.
I might stay away from the crocodile.
I'll
Yeah.
allow it.
That's alright.
This time I'll allow
Yeah, that
it.
makes sense.
I might head back to where the action is. The towers. I
Okay.
feel like they might need me.
So you're walking towards the tower.
walking, I'll run.
Okay, right. That's fine.
No,
So you get
no,
you get
no.
to the base of the tower. That's okay.
Okay, I'll jog.
That's fine.
Yeah, I'll swing.
You swing to the base of the tower. Bryn, what are you doing?
Right, so where is
Wait,
she at?
doesn't the hag get a go?
Yeah, she does.
Where's she at?
Like City Beach.
She's currently upset because she's been slapped in the face with a necrotic hand.
How close is she to dying?
Roll a Constitution throw
We
for me.
torture her.
Base Constitution.
Oh, -1. D20, yeah?
D20 minus 1.
I've got another roll though, haven't I?
I mean, if you want to, yeah.
Roll this one first.
18.
18 minus 1.
No, 19 minus 1, 18.
Okay. She's not. She's hurt, but she's not aggressively hurt.
Oh,
She
fucking
should
hell.
be.
I thought she'd be dead by now.
I've only got 15 HP, right? She's taken
More than 15 HP, let me tell you.
32 damage so far, apparently, plus necrotic damage.
5.
Okay.
And
She's an old hag and she's worth double me.
Yeah.
A tiefling in the
And
prime of his
also,
life.
I did over.
Actually, she's taking 31 damage.
No,
31.
I did 18, Bryn did 8, Vike did 5.
Okay, I'm going to
That will keep going with
80.
this necrotic.
I'm not going to tell you what health she was on.
Yeah, no, okay.
She was on something, and then something, something, something.
I'm going to do
So she's on decent health.
Primal Savagery.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's Primal Savagery?
Primal magic flows into your teeth and nails and makes a melee spell attack on another creature within 5 foot.
What's the modifier on that?
If it hits brackets +5, deal 2d10 acid damage.
Hey.
Okay, right, so roll a d20 and add 5 to it for me.
Remember, you can re-roll this.
Yeah. 24.
Hey.
You do not need to re-roll that, so give me, please, 2d10.
That's 10, isn't it? 2?
Yeah?
Re-roll that one.
Yeah, 6. Can I re-roll that one?
Did you already roll the other?
Well, that was my second.
You can re-roll the 6, you can't re-roll the 2.
No, the re-rolling the 6 was the re-roll of the 2.
Yeah.
Okay, right, okay. Yeah, sure.
6.
So 6 and...
Better not get a fucking 0.
Skittish.
Fucking 0.
So 0's a natural 10.
Oh!
So that's 16.
Yeah, worth a real.
Okay.
Shit fuckery went
Use my
down.
inspiration, I better have another pun. Thing
You're lucky
soon.
I'm nice. So, you... Bryn, you, after firing the arrow across the room, you see Ebchar's kind of cottoned onto your tactic. She's quite clearly perturbed. And you sprint across the room, almost like Naruto running, just to keep low to the floor. And then your teeth and your nails grow 4 inches.
Yes.
And you just go to her with an just incredible uppercut to the chin, and just green lines, scratch lines appear from kind of the middle of her chest upwards, tearing her robe slightly. And she screams again. And you deal a hefty chunk of damage to her.
Okay, brilliant.
Ebchar. What do you do?
Chang. Sure. I don't know how many spells I can use.
Depends on the level. You haven't used anything at level 3 yet, you used 2 at level 2.
I don't have any.
Anything at level 3? Ooh,
You
forgot that then.
haven't used anything there?
Didn't I use heat metal at level 2?
I thought you used that at level 2.
Yeah, it's past now. Well, let's bestow a curse.
How are you bestowing a curse?
Do that every damage she takes.
Ula at the bottom of the stairs shivers because he feels a curse coming.
I hate curses. Have you ever been cursed? It's not nice.
In the end.
I'm gonna
lie.
touch any creature. They must succeed a wisdom saving roll. 14.
Okay.
If not, they can't succumb to the curse.
Burn the Bible in front of you. You get spiders crawling out from
You gonna tell me?
I didn't know if you're still reading.
Oh no, that's.
Okay.
Everything.
I've rolled
Then I choose one.
I've rolled a 16.
Oh fuck.
It's the curse is not
Oh, the
succumb to.
music, can I have a bit of volume up on the music?
That was useless.
Thank you. Just fine.
Well, in that case, right,
So you can make a weapon attack, but aside from that, that's all you can do the rest of this turn.
I'm gonna do bardic inspiration.
Okay. Who won?
My friend Torek over there.
Shoot 2 takes.
Yeah. Cool.
As a bonus action,
What does bardic inspiration do?
as a bonus action, a creature other than you within 60 feet can hear you gains an inspiration die, 1d6. For 10 minutes, the creature can add it to one ability check, attack roll, or saving throw. This can be added after seeing the roll, but before knowing the outcome.
So basically, what happens is anything that you're really not happy with, or really happy with, you can roll a d6 as well to add to that roll. Okay?
Alright.
And it's actually your turn next. So what do you want to do?
Well, I think now we are pretty safe on like all health and stuff. So we just need, apparently, because she has a lot of health, to, especially I've already put like sort of a, something that will put damage, because she will keep half damage from my
Necrotic,
negative.
yeah.
So now I think I need to burst. So I think it's time for
Excuse me?
burst.
You're gonna burst all over her.
No, then it's a thing.
You're gonna bust your nut on her.
Burst.
What are you bursting?
Like her,
Ellen.
Nice.
the witch.
You're trying to blow the witch up?
Well, it's time to do some damage, basically.
Okay.
It's time to try to do, and my most powerful is definitely my Eldritch Blast.
Okay. So you're trying to Eldritch Blast the witch?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
Especially because now that I'm level 5, I can double cast my Eldritch Blast, so it's
Yeah.
basically twice powerful.
Cool.
So, roll it for me.
So,
How do you know that you're level 5?
because it's written here.
Fair play.
It's written on the spell sheet, that's how.
But since you're level 5, you can cast 2 beams.
So you can either cast at 2 separate targets, or you can cast it as one, like kind of like
Be
Kamehameha.
the second target.
Yeah, that's the thing. You
But
can
I'm
cast
gonna
it,
double beam
Yeah.
her. Double burst.
double team her.
So I'm on 6 plus 5, so I'm on 11.
Mhm.
To,
That's fine.
her. Okay, and now I have 5 hits. Okay.
Yeah.
No. No, sorry. I have a D10 plus 2. Yeah, that's it. I have a D10 plus 2.
Mhm.
Okay.
So roll that twice for me.
No, plus 2. 1 D10 plus 2.
Yeah, but you're casting it twice, aren't you?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So 2d10 and then add 4 to whatever it is.
10 plus 4, 14.
14. Okay.
14, and also,
Add the 6. 6 die. 1 no.
where is she in the room?
She's kind of in the center of the room at this point. She's been like battered by the flame magic. She's been battered by the arrow. She's been kind of uppercutted a little bit by the venom attack.
She's staggering around.
Yeah, she's a little kind of staggering, but she's towards the center of the room.
Alright.
She's in the middle of the pentacle.
It doesn't matter.
She's in the middle of the pentacle.
Nice
Pentagram.
Okay.
She's in the middle.
Okay, so
That can mean
and
something.
I still have the buff from Ebchar if I keep
Yeah.
it for. Okay, I stay there then. I just
Okay.
yeah. I just keep trying to do some damage to her.
It's now the witch's turn.
Bitch.
The witch
Which?
The witch looks at all 3 of you in the eye. And goes.
Dead in the eye. And I said, who are you calling a
And
witch?
she goes, "Are you quite finished?"
Never.
No.
No, you bitch witch.
She hasn't done 1 damage to us yet. We've done 40 damage to her, so she can
Yeah.
fucking
What's everyone's armor class?
13.
10 plus 6, 16.
16, 13,
30.
13. She's just rolled a 19, which means
I'm currently like running back.
She grows an extra arm
Oh.
and what's this spell save DC? So the cell space. Okay, all three of you roll for me a 15 or higher.
Oh my god. 11.
On what sort of dice?
A D20, thank you.
I'm gonna inspire myself.
Okay,
What do I have to get higher than?
15.
20.
Perfect.
I'm gonna inspire myself.
Okay.
Wait, what did you get?
6.
Remember, you can add a 1d6.
He's
roll.
done that already.
No.
No, he didn't.
He did? You
No.
added your armor class.
No, that was.
Oh, that was Bryn's thing,
So
wasn't it?
that's why
Yeah.
my plan. Here
Sorry.
I inspire, and if I am
Okay.
9 or above, I will use that.
Okay.
17, so I don't need to use my thing.
So the only one that gets hit is you.
Yeah, you should.
Okay. Okay. Right. She looks at you and goes, "Are you all quite finished?"
Well, actually. No.
And then she snaps her fingers, and then a faint white silver light appears around all of you. The two of you manage to just about dodge out of the way, but Bryn is just caught in the crossfire, and just an energy ray smashes through the ceiling into your chest and hits you into the floor,
Sounds beautiful.
dealing for you 11 damage.
Right, how many health points do I have? 15.
Oh.
Needless to say, you're a bit ropey at this point.
Yeah, but we have a healer on the team, so if you
Or if you want
make
to
it.
OP.
At this point, two things happen. Ula runs up the stairs, sees Bryn being smacked into the floor, and the two of you looking aghast at this, and the witch floating in the middle of the room with her arms
She's
raised.
a slag.
And you all look out of the window, to which you see a giant crocodile with one bloody eyeball
Yum.
jumping through the clearing, snapping up bits of the kind of architecture. So the platforms that people were going on, the second tower,
I thought
the
these
base of
platforms didn't
it.
exist.
Yeah? What are you on about?
Okay.
we
So
got
it's like a
Primal Witch
walkway.
and a crocodile.
Yeah, alright, okay, carry on.
It's the walkway around the
Fucking bollocks.
swamp.
The walkway
That we can.
that we can walk on
Yeah,
earlier.
it's above the water line.
Yeah.
No one's asked me for specifics on this. Can I just say?
Okay.
That's okay.
No worries.
None of you have.
Carry on.
It's fine. Anyway, there's a giant crocodile in the middle of it that's half blind.
more
That's the important thing.
Has it got two eyes?
It's got two...
No, I mean,
Yes.
one and a half.
One eye has had a stone throw into it by one Ebchar
Can we
Rockseeker.
get the other eye?
Yeah.
It's not the point for now.
If you'd like, I guess, but
we need to kill her.
you've got a one half blind crocodile, but you're in the room with a murderous witch that's just slammed one of you into the floor and is basically dead. And it is Ula's turn.
Okay.
You need to bring. She has 4 HP, that's what I'm saying.
Or you could heal me and I've got full health. Good choice.
That's not the team spirit I like to hear.
We fight the witch. I could inflict wounds.
If you like.
What do you think? Fence it or...
But Bryn's about to die, so I think we need to save her.
How
You're the
many,
only one that can heal.
how
I
many
think.
health points has she got left?
It can't say.
Oh,
Shall I heal you?
go for it.
How many HP?
4.
4.
At this point, the witch is looking very agitatedly around the crack of the room, where she can see the crocodile kind of like busting up lizard men, busting around the
Busted everywhere.
busting a nut, busting shapes. No, he's causing an absolute scene around the swamp where he's breaking all of the armaments and battlements that are there.
Some of my spells, you've got to be dead or not HP.
Oh shit, okay. Well, don't. Kill that bitch then.
So shall
Kill
I
me
attack
and then heal me.
it? Yeah, I might inflict wounds then.
Don't inflict wounds on me.
No, on the witch.
Yeah, inflict wounds on the witch.
What's the spell save DC on it?
Make a melee spell attack against a creature within reach +5. On a hit, they receive 3d10 necrotic damage. I can cast this at level 2 and 3 too.
What are you casting at? Level 1?
I'll cast it at the highest actually. Level 3.
Level 3, so that's 5d10s?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. So what's the spell save? What's your spell save DC? So it's on your main character sheet.
Yeah.
And its number should be right at the top. This has gone into the wrong music.
Yeah. Let's chill.
Far too chill.
Where do I find it?
Top of the sheet it should say spell save DC.
So this one.
Yeah. Okay, what's the other sheet?
We've got this one.
There it is, spell save DC.
Yeah.
Okay, 12. Okay.
Okay.
That's fine. I've just got to roll higher than 12.
Okay.
And I've rolled a 13. Right.
Oh, fuck.
So you reach up and shadows accumulate around you. You see the shape of a sword, a spear, a mace, an axe kind of come behind you. Like you've killed so many people in this situation before. And she looks at you and just waves her arm absent-mindedly. The shadows just disperse. And you're left with no attack.
Right. This is a powerful witch.
Mm-hmm.
How are we going to defeat this witch?
She looks at you all and looks at the crocodile again out the window.
We get the crocodile to eat the witch.
And she looks at you all. She goes, I'll offer you a deal if you stop right now.
No, I'm gonna kill her.
What is she saying?
Is there any way we can get the crocodile to eat the
Nah,
witch?
she's only saying this because she's on her last legs. You know, we're gonna kill her. We come here. She stole our friend. You know, she's been chatting absolute shit. We're killing her.
Yeah,
Offering you a deal.
Has anyone got
Don't
any
wanna do
spells that can make the crocodile eat
I'll
the
offer
witch?
you the deal,
No,
and I'll make it all go away.
no, we're not listening to the deal. You're evil.
I think it's interesting to hear.
No, you don't deal with witches.
No. With witches.
Yeah, but you don't know what she wants. Well, you don't
It's
know
gonna
what
be
it's a
something
deal.
witchy, I tell you.
We can still say no.
Has anyone got anything that can like make the crocodile eat the witch?
Don't think so.
Can you
I mean,
use
I
your
can-
truth-telling thing with the witch and ask her how much health she's got left?
Yeah, I could do.
I can speak with animals, but doesn't mean the crocodile's going to eat them.
Yeah.
You could turn to a big crocodile and convince the other one to like eat this witch. It's very tasty.
Yeah.
That's very roundabout.
Trying to tell me to a bigger crocodile.
I'll tell you what happens if you make it all go away.
No, we've
The
come
witch
here-
is kind of like pulsing at this point. Her robes are kind of going in and
I'm the
out.
one, right? She's stolen our friends. You know, she's tried to kill you.
Yeah.
I'll save you all and your
you.
friends.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, she's a witch. I don't
she's a
wanna talk to
witch.
her.
You know, she's been a scourge. She was being nasty to those fish people earlier.
I'll save
Yeah.
you
You know
all
what?
and your friends.
We actually don't want to hear it. You know,
Let's just get her.
we're gonna kill you.
Whose turn
She's
is
only
it?
telling us this because she's on her last legs.
Whose turn is it?
She's worried.
It's Princeton.
Very wise.
My turn? Oh, fuck, sorry.
Yeah, kill her.
But she's having a chat to you first. I can make this all go away.
Make
No.
it all go away.
Yeah.
The crocodile.
No, we'll make her go away.
Yeah, we'll make you go with it.
Is that true?
Tell her we're not backing down and she's gonna die if she don't fuck her ideas up fast.
Then how are we gonna deal with the crocodile once we kill the witch?
Get the crocodile to eat the witch.
We're in a stone tower. That's gonna hurt his teeth.
I'm going to do Flame Blade. I think I've got one more level 2 spell.
Yeah.
You do. What's Flame Blade?
You evoke a fiery blade in a free hand. It's the size of a scimitar and can last for up to 10 minutes. If you let it go, it disappears, but you can resummon it as a bonus action. As a melee attack, +5, it deals 3d6 fire damage. It also sheds 10 feet of bright light and an additional 10 feet of dim light.
She winces slightly at the fact this flame blade has just come out, and could you roll for me on a d20 the melee attack?
What's the melee attack?
So just roll a d20 and add the modifier to it, okay?
Where's melee? +5.
Yeah, so
What's it say
d20
melee?
plus 5, okay?
Where's it say melee?
24.
Perfecto.
Wait, where does it say melee?
It's
It's
just
not-
on my
It's on her sheet.
Oh, right. I'm very charismatic. Dexterous.
So what did you roll?
19.
In total?
24.
That's fine. Roll the damage for me.
3d6. So 3 times.
Yep.
1. 1. 3.
Okay, so 5 damage, okay.
Rubbish.
Okay. There's that kind of like a flame, like scorch mark that goes up her. It goes. She's breathing heavily now.
Where's your
I can still make it all go away if you all want to listen.
No, we're not listening to your words.
What if she does a curse? We need to not listen.
Yeah, she might do, yeah. don't
I
listen.
promise on the soul of my coven mother, you would all get out of this alive.
But you won't. Chain.
It's Ebchar's go.
It is my go.
She's still not fucking dead.
This is the boss and D of D&D. You're all high leveled now. Come on.
He needs to go to bed soon.
The thing is, if she dies, the crocodile may die with her.
Yeah, seems like
Or it may soften it, you know?
I'm going to...
Maybe she's the one stabbing him, you know?
Gonna use Hellish Rebuke.
Ooh.
It's a flame attack. The target must make a dex saving throw. 14.
Failed.
And takes 3 die 10 fire damage on a failed throw.
Okay. Roll me 3d10 then,
That
please.
was level 3, by the way.
That's fine.
7.
Uh-huh.
7. 5. That's 19 damage.
Pretty good.
Well done.
Yeah, thought that as well.
The witch, still to this point, was quite cocky, quite kind of ready to go with you guys. Ebchar turns to her. What do you say to her just before you do this hellish rebuke?
I'm gonna say, suck on this.
Suck on this. And the square surrounding her goes from kind of like gross, like swampy water, like greens and browns, to just this bright, harsh red.
Red.
And this cube of light surrounds her. And she starts screaming to the heaven, but you cannot hear her. You can just see her mouth kind of contorted
Silent scream.
in a completely silent scream. And then it goes on for about a minute. She's shaking and she's slightly flying off the ground, shaking again. You can see her skin get more and more burnt, and you can smell the burning smell of
So
flesh.
it's necrotic damage again.
The necrotic damage is definitely doing its thing. And then you eventually... the light fades. She's there, barely being able to stand up. And she looks you dead in the eye. Only you, Ebchar. And she goes, pray tell, what's the name of the man that defeated me?
Morrissey.
Morrissey. I'll carry that to the grave! And then she slaps her hands together and she disappears with a bang.
You do a good thing not telling her name.
And she completely disappears.
Yeah, well, you know, she chat shit and now she just got banged.
Just blame it on the
What's it,
musician
chat
that
shit,
you
get something?
idolise.
Chat shit and get banged, I believe is the age-old term. The witch has disappeared. You're in a tower holding your unconscious comrade.
No, she's on the chaiselong.
Yeah, she was
Oh, sorry, sorry. She is on the
She's having a
chaiselong.
chill one.
Your colleague is on the chaiselong, still unconscious. And you have probably about 5 minutes to get out before a giant crocodile wrecks up the tower that you're in.
Let's go.
What do you guys do?
Shit, I've got.
You're out of combat now, so you can all act at the same time should you like.
Good to know. Can I cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter on her again?
What was the spell save DC on it?
I think you just need to run downstairs and get
Full
out.
time saving
ASAP.
throw.
I think there's no time for spells.
I think it's just time to leave.
What the fuck? 0.
Is he giggling?
I rolled a 5.
Oh, the crocodile's laughing again.
So for the second time in the session, the crocodile rears its head up to the cracked bit of the tower where it can see all 5 of you.
Just walking past. Genuinely.
It unhinges its jaw, it unhinges its other 2 sections of mandibles, ready to just take a giant bite out of everything, and at this point, you're all just ready to accept your fate. And Ebchar, his hand, how does Tasha's Hideous Laughter look? What colour is it?
Pretty fucking funny.
What colour?
Rainbow colour.
It's the colour of a rainbow
Different colour out of each
encases
finger.
Ebchar's hand. And he blows on his hand.
Fucking hell.
And the whimsical light of each of one of the rainbow colours enters into the crocodile's mouth as it's got his open ready to swallow you. And for the second time in 24 hours, this crocodile rolls on its back and starts going laughing and laughing, his little hands like this, just absolutely going for it. What you can't, can anyone here speak Draconic?
No, I can't.
Okay, that's fine. All of you just hear and just like waving its hands around. And all 4 of you, 5 including Tierra, who's being carried by
I keep going.
Torek.
Torex on my shoulders, carrying.
Tierra. So it's a long man in a long overcoat getting like carried. All of you sprint out of the clearing, down the river, and in the space of a day or so, out of the swamp. You're now clear of the witch.
Well, hey!
Fuck you, witch!
She's not gonna fuck with us again.
We should have killed her.
Back.
Yeah, she's not dead. She's gonna come back.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
At least we saw
You end up back in Six Lights with the body of Tierra, who is still unconscious. The rest of you beaten up slightly, but you know, kind of okay. With a million stories to tell, which we will touch on next time.
We get to choose our weapon,
In the
our
D&D.
item from the.
And that ends this adventure.
we lost 2 of our guys as well.
And I will
We didn't
say,
care about those, did we? We didn't want them to come with us.
Nah.
for the next adventure, all 4 of you think on what you would like from the halfling smiths as your reward, okay?
What are their limitations?
Okay.
There's not a lot of them, to be honest.
I want to tell
As
you.
long as it's
You're setting
like,
yourself up for a failure.
I
A
know.
metal potion.
As long as it's metallic and it's something of the time,
Be like Troy.
such
Yeah.
as
I did it.
an axe, a sword, a suit of
A
armor,
dagger.
a dagger.
Yes.
Yes, Ryan.
I want that metal spiky thing from Kill Bill.
Oh, what, the thing that goes down?
Yeah.
A flail?
What yo-yo? Is it yo-yo?
Is it a flail? Is that what it's called?
What, the thing with like the ball on it?
Yeah.
There's
She's
spikes.
like-
Yeah, I don't know.
I think that's called a flail, but I'll research
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I'm sure you could have one of those if you really wanted.
I'll think about it. I'll let you know.
And that ends today's D&D adventure.
Hey!
Good job, everyone.
I think that was my favourite, yeah.
That was my
That was
favourite,
so
yeah.
good.
Yeah, I think we did a great job.
I think
Like
we played
everyone
well.
has contributed,
Yeah.
you
That
know,
witch
good ways.
was Trixie,
We
wasn't
played
it?
really well as a team.
Yeah.
And I will say, you've finished the adventure and you didn't even know her name.
Oh, the way.
Mm-hmm.
I like the idea
What
that
was
she's
that?
like the bride off of Kill Bill, you know, just bleeps out every time she says it.
I want to know her name.
I mean, nobody asked her.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Because we
I'll
didn't
ask her
care.
next time.
If you don't ask, you don't get. Right?
That's my
Dices.
that's my vow.
We should stop killing her, like,
I'll find
sorry,
out
what's her name?
By the
You
way.
guys did, by the way, a lot of damage to her, and I didn't think you would, but you,
No.
yeah, did a lot of
How much
damage.
damage I should have left?
What's her name? Mary. Farewell, Mary.
Scary.
Very scary.
Proud Mary, keep on burning, and then someone uses Hellish Rebuke on her.
That was so good. I think the
Yeah.
highlight was definitely
Oh, new
Ryan turning into.
Hey, Ron's got a new bag. What's going on?
Lizardfolk. Or
Very
Wizardy
good.
Shite.
Wow, there's a lot of pencils.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, they're colouring pencils.
Yeah, there for this.
It's
Oh, babe, can I give you my shirt?
Oh, of course you can.
Yeah, why don't you keep mine too?
Well, would you like me to?
To be fair, like this, because now I know pretty much what I have, you know.
I keep losing Brens, to be fair, so. Well, I'm
So if
happy
you put
to.
them all together,
Yeah.
you know.
Right, do we keep your sheet, or?
I'll keep mine.
Okay.
I'm proud of
I
how
might
well we
read them.
worked as a team.
We did really work. as a
Yeah,
team.
honestly, it was good.
That was really
It was
funny as
good.
well because we had
Oh,
maybe
your
really good rolls, but
arrow
some
fire combination
yeah.
worked very well.
But every
That
so often
was
we do
good,
really
man.
shit
I've got to
rolls.
say, when you did when you did the arrow to the shoulder thing and then he did heat up, that was so sick.
Yeah, it was a shout.
Bet you weren't expecting that,
No,
witch.
I wasn't. I really wasn't. Like, I felt like, honest to God, when you did that, I felt like a proud dad. Specifically, Lewis, I felt like your proud dad.
I'm a lateral thinker, what can I say?
No, I'm your proud dad anyway. I am your father. As we established last weekend at Cheeseworks.
Oh no, did you hear about this?
Yeah, but I didn't know, you know, if it was true or not.
Basically, me and Shirley were winding Isaac up all day saying he looked like a dad. And then this bloke, I was talking to this bloke and I didn't really get what he was saying to me, so I was like, oh Isaac, like, what do you think? Like, and then the bloke just pipes out, starts talking to Isaac, he was like, oh, I was just talking to your son.
Really?
Yeah.
And I was,
What, you?
Me.
How-
yeah, Lewis
how-
is my son.
How old was he, the guy?
He was
Maybe like
easy, like 60,
70,
70,
yeah.
easy.
I mean, it's,
I mean, you know.
I was, to
I
be
don't
fair,
know.
I wasn't like out in the shop with him, I was in the office on a chair.
he was like, oh, I was just talking to your son, and I was just like,
But I didn't,
that's
but I
so
didn't
funny,
hear
man.
him say that, so after
so
we
I
went,
walked in and I was like, you're right, Dad.
and he was doing it for half an hour before I knew.
That's so curious. Oh.
Indiana Jones?
I'll send that video I took to the group chat.
Oh, cool. Or me stripping or unstripping.
What's that ring on?
Is that from your
Oh, yeah,
Pringles?
Pringles.
Right. Thank you, man. We'll go upstairs and we can chat about it.
Yeah.
Alexa.